What's going on, everybody? It is All At Pummeling back for part 2 of the Season 5 Draft Aalysahs. I am JP, one of the coaches of the Toddington Torracats, and I'm once again joined by my co-hosts.
I'm Joe, coach of the Crewkerne Croconaws.
And I'm PK, coach of the Luton Town Leafeons.
And boys, we've just had Christmas. How was everyone's Christmas?
Oh. Good, it was good. Yeah.
It was
Get
very
what
good.
they wanted.
But more importantly, we just had Ray's birthday, so
Ray!
That cake looked fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
that Gertrude cake was excellent, as was the hat knitted by Tracy.
Oh yeah.
So Zoe has been on a cake decorating course recently, and it has paid
really?
off.
Wow. Well, yeah.
It clearly
was
shows. Like,
Yeah.
immense. I think I've seen 3 different cakes, and each one has been a massive step up from the last. They've been really sick.
Unlike your trifle.
Unlike my trifle, no, I was just telling the guys before we started recording about my trifle making
The custard
expeditions. It took like 3 or 4 attempts to make the custard, and like on the final attempt that actually worked, I spilt milk all over the hob and burnt the hob. Ended up with this kind of really runny trifle that actually tasted amazing, but it was, consistency wasn't there. But it's fine because you're only looking after the taste, right?
I mean,
I feel like it. So
trifle is. It's never a pretty dish, really. Or it might be in the dish, but then once you've served it up, it's just
exactly.
It's just a slop of stuff.
I was so hopeful that it was going to be great because in the fridge everything looked all solid and set, and I was like, yes, because we were doing trifle wars, me and my brother and his wife. So we each made a trifle to try and sort of impress my dad because he normally makes the trifles at Christmas, and they're excellent. So we were like, right, we're all going to make a trifle. We're going to see who's his best. And then he did the classic dad thing of like, oh, they're all really good, but with little bits wrong with them. And so, oh, thanks. so not going to give a winner here. That's the thing. There was clear. My one and my brother's wife's were quite tasty. My brother's was not tasty at all. The custard looked like scrambled egg on top.
Well, it probably did split. Yeah, so it probably was scrambled egg.
Yeah, it was awful. Awful.
But you still ate it.
Yeah, and he still gave an equal score to me, so, not salty or anything.
So just remember, each of your teams are like the different trifles that JP has had over Christmas.
Yes.
And
They're all great with different little problems.
Can't wait to get to the scrambled egg one. Or have we already done the scrambled egg?
Or is that you?
Or is it me? Oh shit, yeah, I'm in this half, aren't I?
Yeah.
You are.
Right, well, shall we move on to our first team of the second half?
Let's get back to it.
Let it stew.
This is going to be the Wapping Wailords.
Is it
Wailords.
whapping or is it meant to be whopping now? Or what are we doing? Are we meant to be?
It's always going to be the Wapping Wholesale Chippendale Monorail Cocktail Smorgasbords.
I'm
There's
on
probably
board
a
with
few
that
other
then.
things in there, but
Yeah.
fudge, I can't remember that many. Just quickly go through the team. We have the Mega Gardevoir, a Dragonite, and a Skarmory in Tier 1, Breloom in Tier 2, Umbreon in Tier 3, Blastoise and Diancie in Tier 4, and Klinklang, Masquerain, and Garbodor in Tier 5. Got some of your favourites in there, PK, and stuff you kind of wanted.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Got the boy Blackie. He's doing mad work in the Let's Play.
In the Let's Play, Do you know what? Everyone's like, oh, that name's really racist. So it's like, no, you go back to the first episode, it's like, it's Japanese name. Okay. Whoops, it's just the Japanese.
My boy right there. And she trusts in the Garbodor. That's what she trusts. The Garbodor right there.
But will it make it to the end?
It's a good mon.
Oh, the Garbodor, yeah.
The Garbodor is a good mon. It does more than you think it would do.
No, it does exactly what I think it would do. And then fails at everything else that I...
No.
Let's put it this way. PK values this mon very highly compared to everyone else. No, it's all right. It's just sort of like a different version of Muck, isn't it?
Yeah, a better version.
A worse
Let's have a
version.
little look at its
A much
stats.
better version.
So, okay, nothing breaks 100, but...
Nothing breaks 100,
Nothing
everyone.
breaks 100. 95
doesn't
attack,
need to.
which isn't too bad. The fact it's got 80, pretty much 80 on all its defenses is nice. You know, it's not like a...
It's not that
new or
nice,
anything.
is it, though?
Pretty nice.
I don't know,
Not
because
nice.
I'm getting very confused with how to rate walls at the moment, because all of them have like base 50 HP and then like 140, 150 in the defenses. I'm like, but it's HP is ass, right? So if I come across something with 80 HP and then a lower defense and special defense, hey, isn't that good?
It is. It can tank hits. It's a mono poison, so it's
But you still need to have
weaknesses aren't that bad.
decent in both stats.
It is decent. It's very decent, and it gets
80 is not
moves.
decent. 80 is below average.
It is decent, and it's good moves. It's
got some weird
in
abilities.
Aftermath. Yeah,
Aftermath
Like-
is a good one. Weak armor.
whack a
Can
rocky
be a good
helmet
one.
on that boy, and you're good.
Stench is very interesting. This
Tench is good, actually.
This Pokemon's attacks without a chance to flinch have a 10%
But
chance to
so
flinch.
it gets like Rock Blast and multi-hitting moves, and you give it a King's Rock. Oh no, I don't think you need to give it a King's Rock.
Does the King's Rock...
The King's Rock doesn't
the
work with
ability?
Stench, I think. I think it's
So
it chooses whichever one has the highest percentage.
Oh.
So you do, I think so. Because I had Trubbish in the little cup thing we did before,
Oh, right.
and that was the same. That was the same thing.
okay.
You have Rock Blast on it, and then uses Stench to
Give it a
flinch
scope
things.
lens. So not only do they have a chance to flinch, but they also have a chance to crit.
So they either use Choice Scarf, so you Choice Scarf and then flinch them before they can get a turn.
I see.
But obviously, it relies on you hitting a bunch of times to multiply the flinch chance, and then them getting flinched. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's a
gotcha,
bit-
gotcha.
Or you just hit him with a big dunk shot. You're fine.
Yeah.
There is always that. Anyway, this is not the Garbodor review. This is the Wapping Wailord review.
This is the
So
Wapping Wailord
we
review.
are going to start off with offense, as we have with all of the other teams. So
Yes.
we have given this team a 3 out of 5 for offense.
Yeah.
So
Not packing a lot.
it's not a hugely offensive team. There's the Dragonite there with high stats, Breloom with high attack, Gardevoir with high special attack. That's kind of it. Kling Klang is not a slouch, but at the same time, it's India tier 5. Other than that, there's no other real offensive presence there. And outside of like a Calm Mind and I think it was a Dragon Dance on Dragonite and Sword Dance, Breloom, Skarmory, so she can boost up her offensive stats.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did we say shift gear as well on Kling
Oh yeah,
Klang?
shift.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that
Don't
also
forget that
do
shift
Always
gear.
the shift gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, it was you have some good stats, you have the boosting, but you don't really have any abilities that help you out, and your mix of you haven't really got like Dragonite can be a sweeper because it is flexible, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say, oh my god.
Yeah, this is...
What
That's
it came
huge
down to for me is that compared to all the other teams, this doesn't really have anything stand out. Like the Mega Gardevoir is the most offensive thing on there with 165. The Dragonite is
134.
Yeah, 134. Everything else,
Not great.
not too great. I guess you could say
Breloom's
okay.
130, but then that's it. After that,
Everything else is
drops
just
off.
bulky and wally.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so not the best offensively.
Yeah,
But,
it definitely has offense. You can't say it doesn't have offense.
Yes.
And technically, yes, it does have offense, but
Yeah, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that this is an offensive team. Like this team isn't designed to come out and smack you in the face. It might do, but I feel like it's more.
team is going to grind you down.
Yeah,
I think
it's
you're
a
going to
little
be
bit more
you're going to be
defensive.
softened up by a Skarmory, softened up by an Umbreon, and then you're going to get at the
choice
end.
scarf Dragonite. Or
Yeah, you'll have Agility Dragonite come
Yeah.
out, or just Choice Band Extreme Speed to finish
Yeah.
stuff off.
Yeah.
Breloom has good priority as well, so the combination of the two, once things have been whittled down, could be pretty powerful.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, we'll get
again-
onto the hazards in a moment as well.
That only real special attack on this whole team is that Gardevoir. Is the other thing to note.
Yes, in terms of like dedicated special attacker.
I mean, Dragonite you could build special, but other than
Dragonite,
that,
you can sort of build what you want, but it's not stellar.
Yeah, then last season we saw a really cool Dragonite. It was it the... Oh, I can't remember who it was.
I'm not even sure who had it.
No, but it was boosting up... oh no, maybe it was the Learner League, actually. It was like boosting up its special attack, but then it clicked Outrage or something. So it was mixed. But yeah, then it didn't take advantage of its other one. Or like there was a turn which it could have just gone for
a flamethrower, or
maybe it was like Focus Blast. I can't. It might have actually been last season, but there was a turn where it should have clicked the other type, but it didn't.
I think that was in the Learner League.
I think that's the Learner League. Was that like maybe Tanya? Did Tanya have it?
I can't
maybe.
remember. For some reason I'm thinking it was Sam last season, but I don't actually remember who had Dragonite.
Okay.
No, I don't think it was picked last season, actually. I think it may have been left out because it's not a priority tier 1, really.
God.
It can be good. It's flexible and surprisingly
you,
strong.
of all people, have certainly used it.
I think it's there.
It's a jack of all trades dragon.
Yeah, that's the thing, but it does require a bit of attention and setup.
Tender love and care.
Yeah, because if you play with it wrong, it'll just die to a hidden power ice out of anywhere, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. It looks like you run Inner Focus Slow Dragonite against the Weaver.
Didn't Stu have it because he couldn't keep the multi-scale, so it was drafted last season.
Maybe
I
it
think
was
that was the thing,
Stu.
because I have a feeling I remember like it never had a multi-scale until it was against me, and it's always been brought on rocks.
It did. Yeah, it was always boring on rocks, and it was very sad. There was one game where you got it in clean, and it was great. Yeah, and I think that's the one where you actually managed to get the setup, and then unfortunately clicked the wrong move.
So we've given this team a 3 out of 5 for the offense.
Mm-hmm.
However, speed is where this team does fall down. We were saying there isn't much of a sweeper there other than Dragonite, and that'll have to boost its speed.
Yeah,
because if you look at this team, there's Dragonite and Gardevoir. Dragonite's 80.
Yeah.
Gardevoir's regular's 80.
Regular Gardevoir's 100.
Mega is 100 base.
Yeah,
but you can't boost that much.
Isn't that her only one? Or her highest one is 100?
That's her only fast mon, and it's the only one. It doesn't even break 100.
Yeah, even Masterane's only 80. So yeah.
So, I mean, there is a Quiver Dance and the Sticky Webs on Masquerain, which is something to keep an eye on.
There's also the Weak Armor ability on the Skarmory and Garbodor, so she does have abilities to help.
Yeah,
that's true.
And Dragonite and Breloom have access to good priority.
Yeah.
However, this team is still a 2 out of 5.
This is just slow
This is
team.
Pretty much it has the setup moves and the abilities, and that's about it.
Yeah. It's lacking. It's lacking somewhat.
It is lacking. Is it the slowest team though? We'll have to see.
I believe it is.
I feel like it might be. May not have been rated the slowest team, but it's definitely.
I think it is rated
probably
the
slowest team.
Well, definitely. I think it has the lowest base
overall speeds.
There are another. Oh, there's 3 other teams that we've given a rating of 2 for speed.
Yes.
Some slow boys.
Only one of which we've come across yet. So if you're,
Wow.
So this is our second of the 4 2s for the rating.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about for flexibility? How flexible is this team?
Flexibility.
It gets a point mainly for having a Dragonite.
Yeah, Dragonite does help things.
Join in the little tick sheet that I did for this, I put in brackets like it's flexible if it's like Joe's Dragonite. For Zoe.
Yeah.
So overall we've given this team a 3 out of 5 for flexibility.
3 out of 5.
Respectable. There's some stuff going on. There's sticky webs. You've got
seconds. You do have a sandstorm setter if you really want to.
Yeah, there's Trick Room as well out of Diancie, which is also pretty good if you've got the nice slow team like she has. So we could see an actual Trick Room. I think even Umbreon gets Trick Room as well. Maybe.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think maybe if this had a a more dedicated Trick Room setter. This would be a scarier team. But this is kind of there's just some flexibility, but.
Well, I think so. Gardevoir can be non-mega and be a fast choice scarfy hitty thing that was very annoying last season.
Gardevoir does get Trick Room, but
Gardevoir does get it. Okay.
That is Diancie, yeah.
Dragonite can be run loads of different ways. Skarmory can be the offensive weak armor set, or it can be the more common defensive set with hazards and all that. And Breloom can be a bit more bulky with toxic poison heal.
Yeah, you can do a poison heal thing, or you can do like a sub setup thing, or you can just technician
punch things in the face.
Yeah. So
and she does have lots of defensive options as well as some offensive options. So,
and she's not limited by any sort of type spam really. So it's a good mix of typings. So overall, pretty averagely flexible. There's
pretty okay.
There's some options, but not like whoa. I have no idea what any of them are going to do.
Yeah.
So
we've highlighted most of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so defense.
Now, we've already briefly mentioned how there's a lot of wally things on this team. So this is a 4 out of 5 for defense. Yeah, so
Gardevoir is a special wall. Dragonite can be very bulky, has that multi-scale ability to help it out. Skarmory, very defensive, but
possibly the best physical wall in the game.
Great typing for it, and also does get sturdy.
Umbreon's a very good defensive mon. And also
Cleric. Very good Cleric. Yeah.
Does he get Heal Bell as well?
Gets Heal Bell, gets Wish. Yeah.
Its HP stat is okay, am I right?
95.
95, yeah, that's pretty decent.
And both defenders are decent. He's a good mixed wall. And
it's more special, but it's good on both. Right?
The only lacking area. Well, no, he has decent recovery as well because he has Wish. Usually Wish Protect, but I think he gets Moonlight. Yeah, so
that was one of its.
Yes. So it's a tank that can heal itself as well, which is very nice. Should say that Dragonite also gets Roost. Skarmory gets Roost. Gardevoir Recover.
I think it gets Recover.
Let me check.
It does not, but it gets Draining Kiss.
Does get Draining Kiss. That physical move. It does get Memento though, so you could run Z Memento.
Draining Kiss is not physical.
It also gets
special, by the way.
Pain Split of all things. Is Draining Kiss special?
Yes.
Yeah, special.
Gardevoir also gets Pain Split.
Gardevoir gets Wish.
Gardevoir gets Wish.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
But it's got
Gardevoir.
But it's got 68 HP.
Yeah, but it'll help itself.
Yeah,
great.
It's pretty good.
I think Masquerade probably gets Roost.
I don't know. I don't think
it really matters either way.
No, you're not really going to be kicking out.
She has recovery, she has clerics, she has defensive abilities, she has defensive stats.
The letdown, I think, here was the 3 separate 4x weaknesses that aren't brilliantly covered.
So what have we got? We've got Ice on the Dragonite.
Flying on the Breloom, and Steel on the Diancie. Oh, and Rock on the Masquerade. I forgot about that one. So 4 weaknesses. Yeah, so trying to cover them separately is a little bit tricky.
I think Rock was a bit of an issue just because obviously it's bad for the Dragonite's ability as well as being 4 times weak on the Masquerade, and Garbodor doesn't like it
only,
as well.
Klingklang and Diancie resist. Everything else is either neutral or weak to it, so it's a bit of an... Oh, actually, maybe I think Breloom will resist as well because it's fighting.
It's fighting grass, so does that 4 times resist though?
No, grass doesn't resist rock. I think
grass resists rock.
I think fighting resists rock. Right?
Get the time shut up, man!
It's just the 2 times.
Is it only 2 times?
Yeah. Grass is wrong.
Okay.
God, JP.
I don't know. I don't know my type chart. That should be like our mission. Learn the type chart.
It's like the offensive effectiveness and defensive effectiveness. I just look at it. I'm like, I don't know. From looking at it, I could work it out. I'm sure, but like,
I'm fine except for bug type. I'm like, I think I know everything. And bug type just throws the spanner in the work for me. So.
Bug type is the weird one.
Yeah.
So what did we say the other ones week 2? So flying for Breloom, is that resisted by much?
Skarmory, the Klingklang, and the Diancie. Everything else is either weak or neutral.
Okay, so Breloom and Masquerade not really liking that. Ice.
Ice, Blastoise, Diancie, and Kling Clang.
Okay, and then
Yeah, a lot of defensive.
So, like, yeah,
be done by the...
Diancie is the right typing for this team, but then it's 4 times weak to the Steel, which Gardevoir is also weak to.
Oh, no.
So it's only resisted by Skarmory and Kling Clang.
Does water resist steel? Am I imagining that?
I think it
Blastoise might.
does.
I don't. Water does resist steel. Water does resist steel.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's got a couple of resist there.
So,
well, Kling Clang as well, obviously.
Yeah. So I mean, they are somewhat covered, but the thing is, there are still four times weaknesses on the team.
Like that was the thing that wasn't pushing it up to a 5, is the fact that the weaknesses were not fully covered. Or
and there's nothing obnoxious like a Ninetales Alola and a Mega Venusaur,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think Umbreon and Skarmory are pretty obnoxious.
True. And Diancie's actually, Diancie's a really good screener as well, because that's normally Carbank's job, but Diancie's just a way better version.
It is.
Yeah. Right. Removal and hazards.
Here we go.
Quite a story for this team.
Yeah.
So, removal. We have Dragonite with Defog, Skarmory with Defog, Blastoise with Rapid Spin, Masquerain with Defog. So we have 4 Defoggers and a Rapid Spinner.
Yep.
Was that 3 Defoggers and a Rapid Spinner?
1, 2,
3 and a Rapid Spinner.
3 and a Rapid Spinner. Skarmory is neutral, Blastoise is neutral, Masquerain you don't want to be defogging with because it'll take half its health. Yeah.
But it's a bit like Talonflame in that, if you send it out and then the rocks come out, then hey, defog's not a bad option.
Yeah, for sure. There's also a grounded poison type and Garbodor to absorb those toxic spikes. Overall
good. Like the fact that the Skarmory is a very
removal.
Good defogger and Blastoise is a very good Rapid Spinner.
Yeah, they both do the job very well. So overall, this is a 4 out of 5 for removal.
4 out of 5
with multiple options, 2 good options, and the grounded poison type. Pretty much everything you want for removal. Maybe missing out on the 5 for having maybe like something that resists the rocks that could defog, or maybe just another option. Another decent option to use, because the Dragonite, although can defog, it'll break the multi-scale, so you don't really want to be defogging with that. So pretty decent.
And then hazard setting.
Now, right. So we have Skarmory with access to spikes and stealth rocks. We have Diancie with rocks. We have Masquerain with sticky webs. We have Garbodor with toxic spikes. I think that's it.
Garbodor has spikes. And
Garbodor gets spikes as well, regular spikes.
Yes.
So
they've got all of the bits.
Everything covered.
Everything covered. Possibly one of the best stealth rockers and entry hazard setters in the game in Skarmory. Probably the best.
Yep.
Diancie's a very solid rocker.
Diancie, great rocker.
Masquerain's pretty good at setting sticky webs.
Yeah. Got all of the different entry hazards, and they have different abilities to help them in Sturdy. So in the Skarmory. So overall this is a 5 out of 5 for hazard setting.
Big points.
Ticks all the boxes.
Has everything and does it well.
There you go. Is a very good team for hazards.
Which overall brings the Wapping Wailords to a 21 out of 30 as their
21 out of 30
team rating.
Not too bad.
Yes,
not too bad.
There's a question that needs to be asked.
But there is, one question is, what do you think?
Well, taking a look at the sheet, I can tell you that the Wapping Wailords, they received 1 S rank, 11 A ranks, 5 B ranks, and 2 C ranks, giving them an A minus overall, the most popular vote being an A.
Which I'm a little surprised about. Personally.
How does that compare to ours?
So R1, so percentage-wise, they get a 52.63 from the poll, and our percent is a 70%. So we actually were 17% higher.
So we were way kind. I think
based
that
on
was
the objective score,
Yeah, I think we've weighted removal and hazards very heavily, and they are the strongest factors for this team, along with defense. So I think that has bumped up the score that maybe a cursory glance in the poll may not have captured.
Yeah,
because...
so 10 points out of your 30 goes towards hazards. The reason why I've sort of given it so much weighting is because hazards is one of the most important factors in Draft League or just in singles.
We did discuss. I think we
did,
we've even discussed in this video, but really it didn't
and stuff.
It didn't affect the overall score that much. So
it actually kept the grades like pretty much the same, or it would just be like up and down, a plus minus or whatever.
Yeah.
Really negligible.
Like out of we tried doing it with like 3 or 4 different teams, and all it did was change the score by about 2%, and it was like really doesn't really change anything. So yeah, if you feel they aren't as important to your team or your style of play,
then a way to weight them less, then any
better
than we are.
But equally, this is one of the best teams for hazard setting, and be careful of it. Cause
we do have to. You have to take note that this is.
But if you're not weak to hazards, then this is not a very strong team, which I kind of reflected in my own personal rating for this one. Even though, obviously, by our metrics, we've rated it highly. This is the only team in the league that I voted a C. This is the team that I think... Yeah, this is the team I think is the least scary out of all of them.
God, it's meant to be anonymous. Now you've just gone out there and been a...
Because, they don't have to know what I voted, but I'm just letting them know what I think. That mainly, I don't rate Mega God of War much at all. I've never rated it.
God of War.
I've never rated it at all.
Just wait till you get bought by one.
I'm still waiting.
Still waiting.
Its defense is good. It's bulky, but like I'm not worried about it gonna hit me. Like it can try to grind me out, but I feel like I've got enough.
Maybe God of War grinding you out, eh?
It has got what 160 special attack or something. Well, no, it's like 100. What's the special attack?
Pre-Mega's 125,
165.
165 special attack.
Yeah,
it's
great.
Good. It just has 68 HP and 65 defense, so it dies
kick
to
your ass. It's just not as fast as you want it to
chapter.
be. That's the only thing. It's not as fast as you want it to be.
100
But with sticky webs,
it's similar to Mega Altaria. I've never.
No, it's got nearly double the power of Mega Altaria.
And don't sleep on the Trace God of War.
I'm saying for me, it's in a similar vein. It's like if I see that, I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. Like, it's not like, oh, that's the team with the Lopunny. That's the team with that. It's like, oh, they got God of War. Okay, whatever.
Well, this is stronger than a Lopunny. It just doesn't have the speed. But with sticky webs, it'll be faster and stronger than a Lopunny.
But Joe, I don't really mind about that because I'm gonna send out. I was about to say Durant then. I'm not going to send out Durant. I'm going to send out Bishop. And then it'll be fine. Because it doesn't matter about my low speed when I've got an attack piece.
Hit you with a big neutral fairy move.
Well, but to be honest, I mean, Bishop is a good counter. It's just going to suck a punch and iron head it and then it will die. Yeah. But hey.
But for me personally, this is the team where when I went through, I was just like, this is the one I'm least afraid of, really, out of the collection of mons.
When we first looked through the teams, though, me and you, we went through, we did like a quick dry run through all the teams, and we were like, this team's pretty good. Like we at first we thought Seb's was like the first sort of good team that we came across. And we were like, actually, I think the Wailords are better. Then we were like, we kept moving the Frogadiers down, and then Wailords was like a constant like 3rd or 4th place.
And then looking at the names, it's like, I've just because we went through them and that's a pretty good team. And then we went back over what we did, and it's like, I don't know, actually, like these Wailords, I'm not really too worried. Like, I think because instead of looking at the pictures, I literally just looked at the names of the mons, and I'm like, it's nothing. It's just like, okay, that's a set of mons. I'm not like, oh my god, that's something to take note of. I'm just like, yeah, it's fine.
You will learn in time the errors of your ways.
Maybe so, but as of right now, I'm good.
Okay, fair enough.
Have we shown the pie chart? Did we show the pie chart?
Yes, the pie chart comes up when I say
over when
when I say the questions, I show the pie chart. So you got the pie charts open, by the way?
I have the pie charts open.
Okay, it's on the thing. PK, if you can sort him out with the pie chart, that'd be great. Cool. To sum up the Wapping Wailords team then, they are a reasonably on the weaker side on offensive stats, but they do have very strong hazards. They are quite defensive.
They're quite defensive, yeah. I think this team could be a nightmare in Trick Room or when those sticky webs are set up.
It hurts you emotionally
look out for
instead
that.
of going for your HP.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of bad teams, shall we move on to the next
shall
one?
we move on to...
Bad teams? What do you mean bad teams?
Why, it's the Toddington Torracats.
It's the Toddington Torracats, or the Toddington Torracats.
There it is.
I just like to call them the turret kits because turret kit is an amazing word. You can't be slagging off your girlfriend's team.
I can, because it's also yours.
What's got to do?
Come on, JP. Introduce us to the gang. Who
we got ourselves the Mega Ampharos back from season 1. He's come out of retirement. We got Hooper Unbound and Azumarill in tier 1s. We have Gliscor in tier 2, not normally my sort of mon. Galvantula and Toxicroak also in tier 3. We got Registeel in tier 4, as well as a Comfey making its league debut, and then Gogoat is going to come to a game. He's going to come to a game or 3 or all of them, and a Pyroar in tier 5.
A Pyroar you are very excited about.
I'm so excited about this Pyroar for all the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons.
It's shit.
It's actually not that bad, but the way I want to play it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Moxie-mon that isn't very good on the physical side. And it's like,
yes. So it has, to be fair, this is a slight oversight on me. I kind of thought it was more physically offensive when I drafted it. But I did work out that, once you got that first boost, it's actually the same as
It's the same as a normal mon.
Yeah, so you get a revenge kill and then you can start firing off flare blitzes and stuff.
And then you can start being just as pathetic as any other tier 5.
It does get flare blitz, thank God.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's 106 on the speed and 109 on special attack, so it was one of the fastest mons on my team.
Once again, this is not the tier 5 review. This is the team review.
So let's talk about Go-Go.
Let's start with your offense, JP.
Yes, starting off strong with my offense.
So let's see. Does any of these mons have any offensive stats above 100? Oh, Mega Ampharos. Oh, huge power. Oh, even a Gliscor with sword stat. Even
Galvantula with the compound eyes, thunder.
Toxicroak with sword stats, and
Registeel's like no slouch. Actually, 75 is pretty shit.
That's
Jobel?
But no,
it doesn't even get Gyro. It does get explosion though. So with a 250 base power move, what are you going to do against?
You don't need a good attack.
I'm going to use a ghost type. Right. So you have offensive stats out the wazoo. You have a bunch of ways to boost.
Can we quote some numbers? Because I feel like this is going to be the high point of my team review.
Hooper Bounce, 170 physical attack and 160 special attack or something?
Other way around. So 160
Okay.
attack, 170 special attack, but it does get plenty of moves of high base power to take advantage of them.
It's just it's a massive wall breaker. It just, you don't know if it's going to smack you either way, and either way it's going to kill you. So
the Ampharos rivals the Mega Gardevoir. We just looked at 165 base,
no slouch,
special attack,
belly drum, huge power. Azumarill is potentially the best sweeper kicking
over
around.
1,000.
It's weird because it has 50 base attack. Yet it's huge power, and then it gets belly drum.
With belly drum.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than that because of diminishing returns on the higher stat gets. So being it's the same way that a slow mon with swift swim is faster than a mon with double its base speed. Yeah, because the lower number scales better. Until you just straight doubled.
I learned about this the other day, how speed works. So a speed, when it's like it hits the field, it's a fraction of 2/2, and then every +1 ± adds 1 to the top, or takes 1 to the top fraction. So when you get a +1 in speed, you're actually 3/2. When you get +2, you're 4/2, which is effectively double. But when you're +4, it then goes to 3 times. So it goes 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. which is weird, but yeah, essentially the first boost you get is the best.
He did
boost.
the math.
Right, what I mean is, if you have a mon with 100 base speed and a choice scarf, it will outspeed something with 150 base speed, because it scales better with the lower number up to the point. But then, obviously, if you don't have a way of boosting it,
they don't need to know a lot of this.
Yeah, it is important, especially if you have Swift Swim or Sandstream mons, for example. Not Sandstream.
And it is
the Sandwich. That's it.
Yeah, it's point. I know we said it earlier, but we know that Compound Eyes doesn't actually boost the power; it boosts the accuracy. But it means it can use Thunder more reliably. But
yeah,
like I say.
So yeah, overall you have wall breakers, sweepers, bulky attackers. You have offense boosting moves. You have huge attacking stats. You have moves that help boost your abilities that help boost your. Overall, this team is a 5 out of 5 for offense.
Yeah.
That's all the points you're getting.
That's all the points I'm getting.
Yeah, we're starting off strong because So that brings us then on to speed,
which we got coming out of my ass. Look at us. We got ourselves a Galvantula, sets up the sticky webs, and it's got 108 base speed.
So 108 base speed is your fastest, I think.
Is my fastest.
Is Confey not?
Confey's 100.
Confey's 100.
And Pyro is 106.
Yes. So, yeah, you haven't got anything like blisteringly fast.
I think they are my only things that are over 100.
Yeah, you're going to be relying a lot on sticky webs being set up by that Galvantula to be able to hit home. I think you do have Trick Room setters, I think.
Yes, Hooper and Bound is Trick Room setter, as is Comfey.
And Comfey, okay.
I will double check about the Comfey, because I seem to remember looking up.
Yeah.
It does get it, Comfey does get it.
Yeah, but other than that, you don't really have good speed tiers.
Nope.
You don't really have good speed boosting moves at all on anybody. I think you have agility on Gliscor, and that's like it.
So speed
this is
boosting,
one of the things we looked at.
Yeah, I don't have any dragon dancers, because Ampharos is my dragon type. It's not something that you particularly want to be boosting.
Even if it dances once, I don't think it gets it, does it? But even if it dances once,
it does get agility, which actually is useful on it.
Maybe, but with a base 45, it's like...
Yeah, but I've literally just been through this, PK. If you mathematically double your low speed, it outspeeds things that are higher than having the high speed.
I'm aware, but it's base 45 speed.
We literally did this with my Gigalith.
I'm not worried about fucking agilitying up. If it's agilitying up,
if it uses agility, it will outspeed.
Maybe
it will outspeed shit
PK.
with 100 base speed.
Yeah, but I have more things than 100 base speed, so it's fine.
I've done the math, but yeah, I'm just saying. It'll be faster than you expect it to be.
If you get a couple of agility sweeps off, then I'll concede that, sure. But your speed's still not good.
No, my speed out of the gate is piss poor.
It is
but
awful.
This is really a team that benefits really well from sticky webs and Trick Room.
You do have some good priority users as well. Azrael, obviously, the most prominent priority user. Toxicroak also gets... Sucker Punch. I think Gliscor might get like a quick attack.
Confey's healing move, so Draining Kiss is priority.
Yeah, it's priority Draining Kiss because of its ability triage.
And Giga Drain as well, isn't it?
Maybe.
I think
it's got flowers. It's probably
yeah. It just has your healing move, so it would be Giga Drain as well. So
yeah.
So I do have some priority. I think Pyro gets quick attack as well for my Moxie.
What do you do, Baz?
It doesn't actually. No, it's terrible.
It's even worse than we gave it credit for. Right. Okay. So overall, this team is a 2 out of 5 for speed. There is not a lot going on speed wise. You have priority, and that's about it, really.
Yeah.
You're gonna need those sticky webs.
I fought hard for this to get a 3, but they weren't having it.
I feel like it was also the next one you fought a little harder.
I fought a little harder for this one. I said that if this one gets lower, then I'm getting 3 in speed. But
so
on to
flexibility. Now remember, we're grading the team, not the player.
Yeah.
So even though JP is a very flexible man,
I drafted a flexible team. What are you on about?
No, you fucking haven't. But you are
it's a fairly flexible team.
It's not.
It is in fact, a 4 out of 5 flexible team.
I still don't agree. But he argued his case. And
take us through.
Take the floor.
Say my piece. Okay, so I have various strategies in terms of, I've got the cheese stuff with Comfey. I can rock different variations on my Pyro. Zuma.
You start off with a weak case. We can still bump you down. I don't care. The graphs be damned. We can.
I don't want to give you all the juicy details. Jesus. I've got. We'll come on to hazards a bit, but I have, use of hazards, sticky webs, and trick room is a thing. Mine's are good.
Yeah, you have different strategies.
You have wall breakers. You have mixed attacker.
Oh, I've got a Volt Turn as well.
Yeah, there's a good bit of Volt Turn about the place,
which synergizes really well with my Hooper. What do you mean 2? I've listed things.
That's a 2, so you have different strategies.
You also actually have quite a good rain team here as well, with something we mentioned. Azumarill, Toxicroak, Galvantula, Ampharos all like the rain. And you've got rain setters. I think Reggie gets all the... Was it Reggie gets all the weathers?
I have a feeling it does.
I think Ampharos...
It does get rain dance, yeah.
Yeah. I think other people... Lots of
sunny
people on the team get rain dance as well, so you actually got a cheeky little. So overall there's a Volt Turn in Ampharos Volt Turn, Volt Switch, Galvantula Volt Switch, Gliscor U-Turn, probably some others on that team. I don't know.
Probably.
Yes, there is.
So you got a little bit of Volt Turn. There's some status spreading going along with Toxicroak and
if I wish.
Gliscor. Reggie Steele as well, doing Thunder Waves and stuff.
Yeah, also Hooper and Azumarill can sort of be run either offensively or defensively. Hooper not so much on the physical defense, but it can be a quite nice little special.
Yeah, it's 130
special defense with 80 HP.
Yeah, not bad.
Got the magician ability as well, so I can nick your item.
Only if you don't have one.
But
Gliscor as well. You never quite know if it's going to come as this huge, horrible, roosty wall, or if it's just going to go Swords Dance and then start.
Swords Dance, Earthquake.
And just like, whoa, it's not ready for this. I was expecting it to roost and poison heal, and that's about it.
That's stealth rogues.
Yes. So. Yeah, overall, a bunch of different strategies. Weather, Volt Turning, status spreading, trick rooming, sticky webs. Yeah,
But unfortunately, I didn't have a Mew, so we couldn't give me a 5.
Yeah, we couldn't give you the full 5.
There's no fucking way there's a 5. In my mind, I'm not changing.
You've been overall.
Just because Hooper and Bell can be both, offensive on the special.
Look at this boy's moveset.
Does not mean it's flexible.
PK, I literally just listed 6 different team iteration. Don't mock my grammar, JP. I'm sticking up for you here.
No. I was just thinking, it was like different the Motorola thing where they mix 2 words and they come up with a new word. That's what you did.
That's just a
decent different.
They're like, different.
But yeah,
there's a bunch of different
points.
Stats. In my mind,
this is a 4. I think 4. Ike.
That's what he got given. Whether
the only limitation I can see is you have a couple of electric types.
Yes, I have a couple of electric and a couple of fairy with Comfey.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really
and Galvantula.
The worst
much of a problem, is it? You are special, mixed, physical, special, physical, neither. Special-ish, physical, special.
You're talking about register.
Yeah.
Pyro's physical.
Pyro is not a physical one.
Fucking ain't.
All its best.
And certainly not mixed either.
So, 4 out of 5 for flexibility. How about defense? Let's move on in. So, you have high stats. Well, you've got
ish.
Yeah, you've got decent bulk on the Hooper Unbound. You've got good bulk on the Gliscor and good bulk on the Register.
Yeah.
So, and you keep arguing that, Azumarill can be a bulky sap-sipping bastard. No, it can.
Yeah, it can.
Oh,
I mean, technically it can.
If it didn't have its huge power set, and its only thing it could do was sap sipper and be like a HP bulky thing, it would be a tier 4. So yes, it could do that.
It certainly can and will.
But
every game. So
it's because it could be Perish Trapper. That's basically
it's kind of a bad Politoed, right?
You're sleeping.
A bad Politoed.
So the reason why Azumarill has made it to the team at all is because it pairs up super, super nicely with Gliscor. They sort of cover each other kind of perfectly, especially if it's the Sap Sipper version of Azumarill, because then so weaknesses for Azumarill, it's poison, not steel, because steel is neutral.
Not steel. It'll be neutral, yeah.
Electric and grass, so obviously if it's Sap Sipper, then takes away the grass thing. Electric, Gliscor is immune, and
it can't be poisoned with it.
Gliscor gets poisoned.
Yeah, gets poisoned and resists being ground type. So.
Yep, and then looking at Gliscor, okay, so what would that be? Weak to
water and ice.
Water and Azumarill resists both of those pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not bad.
Wow.
But other than that, defense-wise.
Yeah. Not too bad, really. This is we've given this a 3 out of 5 for defense.
Yeah,
it's pretty average. You have some okay, like Rawly Mons. You have some okay clerical support, and I think it's literally just Comfey, right?
I think so.
For my clerical support, I think so. Yeah, because Go-Go's milk drink.
I have a feeling something weird had Heal Bell, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember.
I have a feeling like Azumarill gets it for some reason, but
you might be right on that.
Yeah. So either way,
it does not get a Heal Bell.
Gliscor's horrible to try and get through, but does have a 4 times weakness. How else are you doing for 4 times weaknesses? You also got Toxicroak with 4 times weakness.
I do indeed.
Oh, and Hooper, of course, has the 4 times weakness to Bug. Yeah, it's Bug, that version, isn't it? That's the one that's Ghost.
Psychic Dark.
Psychic Dark.
Yeah, the other one's Psychic Ghost.
Yeah, so the one's got a 4 times weakness to Dark. This one has a 4 times weakness to Bug.
To Bug of all things. And no one knows Bug types.
I think you said you had a way of covering it or something. You were explaining. I remember before when we were doing the point.
But then we were looking at Bug type and we were like, something. It does summon. Something resists Bug. I don't know.
Yeah, the only worrying thing is, this is a league where we do have, things like Mega Beedrill knocking about. So
and Mega Heracross.
Well, yeah, but that's slower than me, and I can just kill it.
There's a lot of just U-turn all about the place.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy.
An abundant move.
Yeah. So overall, pretty average on the defenses. Yep. Not terrible.
Yeah, I'll agree. I mean, it's pretty much Gliscor and Registeel, and I can try and make some other things bulky if I want.
The thing is, like Ampharos as well can take a good hit and has Cotton Guard.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
can take a hit. Yeah. Like Toxicroak has sort of access to Drain Punch, and if he's in the rain, he has the Dry Skin to heal him. So yeah, everything here is aside from like Galvantula can take a hit pretty okay. So
but with a Focus Sash, it always takes 2.
I mean, not if you're against a Mega Heracross, which is a multi-attack move.
True. Anything with Mold Breaker, because that'll just ignore your Focus Sash.
This is where I look up with Galvantula.
It doesn't Mold Breaker only...
only abilities, so it won't ignore the Focus Sash.
Yeah.
It will ignore Sturdy.
It will ignore Sturdy, yeah.
Like the Sturdy you have. None of your mons have Sturdy.
Yeah, Heracross might be an issue for Galvantula. So.
Does someone have Heracross?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I believe so.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think you'll find it's the next team.
Good.
I was like,
yes, it is. Right.
We'll get onto them after we've done the removal and hazard.
Finished this amazing squad that we've got here.
So, removal, this is another 3 out of 5 for this pretty average team.
So average.
It's looking pretty average, isn't
You're essentially a Ryu.
This is Ryu, yeah. It's not quite Mario, it's Ryu.
Streets.
Defog on the Gliscor and on the Comfey?
Yeah.
It's Gliscor, Comfey, and I have a feeling there's one more.
I don't think it is. I think it's just those two. No Rapid Spinners and no Grounded. Oh, it's Toxic
Grounded Poison.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you've got.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is just them.
You've got 2 Defoggers and a Toxic Spiker. Toxic Spike Remover.
Yeah.
Which is, it's fine. Average. You have a good Defogger
they
in
were
Gliscor.
good. I was saying,
Comfey's fast and is neutral. Gliscor is neutral, but also just pretty bulky to be able to get rid of them. So, overall, nothing amazing here, but pretty average.
And it's a similar story for the setting.
For the hazard settings, again, 3 out of 5. You have Gliscor with the stealth rocks, Galvantula with the sticky webs, Registeel with the rocks, and I think that was it.
I think that's it, but they're all pretty good at what they do.
Does not get.
No, Toxicroak doesn't get spikes or anything like that.
No, you got 2 good rockers and a good sticky webber. No real abilities to help set them up, but hey, there you go. Pretty decent ones. Another 3 out of 5, which brings your total via our scoring to 20 out of 30.
Wow, I'm so slow.
we don't really matter, do we? Because what really matters is what you think.
It is. I think that this should be 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 30 out of 30.
I'm not talking to you, Jay.
You're just
I'm talking to you.
Oh, well. We don't need to look at this, actually. No.
There seems to be quite a number of B ratings for you there, JP.
So we've got 2 S ranks. We've got 2 S ranks, babe.
One from yourself and one from your mum that you got to do your survey.
I actually didn't pick this.
Who's also on your team.
One of them probably was Becky. I don't know. So 2 S ranks, 5 A ranks, 11 B ranks, and 1 C rank. So
who was the C?
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
No.
I don't know, but I'm very sad.
Just think, as much as I was ragging on your team, I still rate it higher than the last team, the Wapping Wailords. So.
Well, tell you what, very similarly to last year, so I should actually say that this ends up being a B+ by our scoring, which is actually not too bad for a 47.37%, but it is actually joint, sorry, not joint, it's the second lowest scoring team, or I guess you could say third, but no, because the joint, the lowest score is actually joint, but so I'm second.
Oh, so this is technically the third.
Well, it's like
team via the survey score.
Yes, which is the same as last season.
Via the service score, but
I think it was me and Sam Gill's team were.
I mean, you had like a C team last year, so.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I got pretty far. I got 3rd place with a shit team.
You did well.
You did. You made the most of what you had. Yeah, that's
true.
I was supposed to draft a good team this season.
What happened?
I got Hooper and Bound,
and then you were stuck.
What is the difference between our point scoring and the survey?
So I mean, this is probably largely influenced by me. Not gonna lie. We gave it 19% more than the survey did. So we gave it 66.6% as opposed to 47.3%, which equates to an A.
We were kind of.
I gave it an A.
Yes, you were. So just to sort of slightly correct you from earlier. So you saying the 2 teams who are below you from the survey score, they don't actually have the same score. They have slightly different average percentages.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, my bad.
But it's close enough. But
I mean, it's definitely
one
of the lowest.
You are still the 14th out of 16 based on the survey score.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what you need to do? You did it last season.
Yeah.
Prove us wrong.
I mean, if there's a creative player that can make a wacky team work.
Make a Hooper Unbound work. Like.
And if I lose, I'm blaming Becky. JK.
I mean, again, it's very similar to the Wapping Wailords. If you get up those sticky webs, you are going to be an absolute monstrous team to try and take down.
it's going to be interesting.
Is gonna, oof, that gets a belly drum off. That is a scary beast.
Yeah. Like I said, this is a team that me and Becky, pulled together to be sort of good, but also a little bit cheesy. It's exactly that, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, shall we move on to our next team?
Yes, our next team is going to be... Oh, Joe, you're going to have to intro this one.
Why? It's the Kingsdown Kingdras!
Otherwise known as the Kingsdown Kingdras.
Yes, indeed. We had
a lot of fun coming on the name of that
one. It's the team you've probably all been waiting for.
I know. Yeah. I've been waiting to talk about it.
It's the 4 times monstrosity.
Yeah, I think you spoiled their fun a little bit, or was it Kit giving it? No, because Kit was like hee in the chat.
Oh, in the live draft.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I was like, no, because everyone was like, "What's this gimmick?" I can't work out. And I was like, "Oh my god,
he's done it
stop the pressing!"
So when we go through the mons, if you can just sort of say what their 4 times weaknesses are.
Yeah, I can
go through. We can save some time. So we have the Mega Heracross,
flying,
the Landorus T,
ice,
Heatran,
ground,
all those in tier 1, Celebi,
bug
in tier 2, Whimsicott,
poison,
and Fortress,
fire
in the tier 3. Tier 4 we have Scrafty,
fairy.
And tier 5 it's Barbaracle,
grass,
Executor Alola,
ice,
and Golem Alola,
ground.
Oh no, so a couple of ground 4 times weaknesses.
I mean, we'll get to the 4 times weaknesses when we come to our defense rating.
Let's put it this way: if there's not an air balloon or 3 on this team, boy's going to be in a lick of trouble.
Could be an issue. Okay. But offense. Let's start with offense,
because this is a fun team.
This is a very fun team. Not gonna lie.
You know, on like a graph, we have a nice like curve that sort of describes a team. You're like, this team is the most peaky trophy sort of team you've ever seen.
So should we start off with the most physically offensive Pokemon in the game of Pokemon of Mega Heracross, with 185 base attack, which can take advantage of its skill link ability to get 5 hits out of all of its multi-hit.
Yeah, which makes them all like 125 base power. Yeah,
and there's 5 chances to crit.
And like I've said before, the key with the Heracross is not getting it to kill 1 thing, it's getting it to kill 2 things. If you can get it to kill 2 things, you've done well. It will always kill 1 thing.
So I had it last season. I feel like I did it all right, especially because I had sticky web support. But it was tougher than I imagined, considering its massive power.
One thing that's interesting to talk about. What stops it from being like a truly great mon is the fact that it doesn't get pin missile, so it doesn't get stab multi-hit on that, and its stab multi-hit fighting attack arm thrust is actually a lower base power than all the others, so it's only 15 as opposed to 25.
Yeah.
It does get pin missile.
Well, if it does, why is it in the usually useless moves bit?
Because
it does get it. Okay.
Because
95% accurate. Ooh.
You use either Bullet Seed or Rock Blast for its mean, because it's hard to fit it on, because it's usually like Sword Stance, Close Combat, Bullet Seed, and Rock Blast. It generally runs. So or if you want a substitute on that as well, like you'll take one of the offensive moves. So.
And the extra power isn't exactly what it needs as well from the stab, so it's got but yeah,
Showdown has ousted me like that.
But that's just Heracross. We've also got a Landorus T with 145 physical attack or something. Yeah, the best mon in OU. Let's not beat around the bush there.
I don't know.
I think
by usage, it has nearly double the usage of anything else. It has done ever since the start.
It is an incredibly Heatran has 130 special attack.
That'll be 100 across the board.
100 and everything.
Whimsicott can hurt you in other ways.
Scrafty has Dragon Dance and Moxie. Barbaracle is Shell Smash and Sniper. Execute Lola still has like 120 something special attack.
125.
Yep.
125 special attack.
105
and 105 attack.
Yeah, and Golem Alola's what, 120, 130 physical attack with Galvanize to make it the most powerful exploder in the world. Yep. So some spicy
doesn't that belong
stuff.
to Mega Glalie?
No, I think Golem Alola.
Actually, it's 100.
Right?
It's 120 base on Glalie as well. So,
but does Glalie get a thing that makes it?
It gets refrigerate.
So it's stab, so it'll be the same. It's the same powerful explosion as a Mega Glalie.
In tier 5, you say?
5.
Well, there you go.
In tier?
Also gets Magnet Pull, the semi-unique ability that Magnezone gets, so you can trap steel types.
Yes, very good against Skarmory.
Yeah, which is why. Yeah, it was good. It's very good against Heatran as well. Like you trap it in, you hit a steamer.
Oh yeah, that's true. But he has the Heatran, unfortunately.
That's also
he does have the Heatran. Doesn't need to worry about it.
Yes.
And gets Sucker Punch. Yeah. But this isn't the tier 5 showcase. We're continuing the
Sorry, I'm on the panel. It's going to be a tier 5 showcase. Because we all know what Landorus T and Heatran does. We don't know what fucking Golem Alola and Barbaracle do we?
But it doesn't matter, does it? So this team is a 5 out of 5 for offense.
Yes. There's a
bunch of stuff with huge stats. You've got loads of way of boosting them. You have a combination of sweepers, bulky attackers, and wall break. Sweepers is maybe the only thing that's kind of lacking here because there's not a great lot of speed.
We sort of argued that Landorus would maybe Barbaracle, like after a Shell Smash
can be, Like, nothing here is that fast.
Not
so
obvious,
I think sweepers. I think these are the only thing this team is lacking. But other than that, you've got so much else going for you. And
it's so many numbers.
It's got some sweepy boys. In Heracross. Well, a sweepy boy, I should say.
He ran it.
Yeah, a lot of them really will do fine in Trick Room.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed. That there's a lot of sort of teams that can do quite well in Trick Room.
Could do a cheeky little Trick Room, which is
sword
interesting.
And shield trait.
What I want to see, out of this season more than anything else, is I want to see the turn 1. Both teams using Trick Room. One sets it up, and then one turns it off, and they go, "Oh shit, we both have a Trick Room team." And then them all trying to just sit there and work out: is my mon slower than theirs? Should I put Trick Room up, or should I try and not put Trick Room up because I'm not quite as good in Trick Room as they are?
Yeah, I've got Iron Ball on everything.
Yeah, but maybe they do as well, and it's just like, oh Jesus. That's what I want more than
I wasn't if people were sort of aware of that interaction, that if you use Trick Room or Trick Room is up, it just reverts it and makes it back to normal.
Yeah. So I really want to see that.
This is a public service announcement. Lagging Tail is not good in Trick Room because it makes you move last in priority. So even in Trick Room, you still move last. So don't think Lagging Tail is a good option.
Equally, Quick Claw does the opposite. If it activates, it will make you move first, regardless of speed stat.
Even in Trick Room.
Yeah, even in Trick Room.
But why would you use a Quick Claw?
It's been used before and done well in the league.
1 out of 5 chance
I mean, people have won games with it.
Yeah. If you don't need to have another item
Quick
on it.
Claw on something. I swear you and Rob have brought Quick Claw on something.
I have a feeling Dom used it, but I don't know.
I don't know. I know someone who has no business bringing Quick Claw or anything brought Quick Claw and it did a thing. I know Stu's brought it.
I expect Rob usually brings that and Bright Powder, and it makes me want to punch him in the face.
Bright Powder Latios. I was so upset in whatever season it was.
Oh god,
season 0.
I can't remember what it was.
Season 0.
I think it was. I think I tried to hit like a Skarmory or something, and it just went, "You've missed," and I was like, "What? I have a 100% accurate move," and I was like, "You fucking ran a Bright Powder on me, Rob." And he was like, "Yeah, I am. What's wrong with that?" And I was like, "There is so much wrong with that. Is that not against the rules?" But no, apparently it's
that
legal.
was when we had the item clause, wasn't it? He was running Bright Powder on loads of different things, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
I know someone was running. I think Sam Warner might have been running Lifeall.
Well, I thought it was against the rules back then because of evasion clause. But apparently, bright powder is allowed because it only does 10%. But it's just like
it does cost an item slot.
I mean, yeah, but it's also such a cheesy way to try and.
So you said bright powder Latios, eh? I've gotta remember that one.
Well,
10% of the time.
Hang on,
it'll piss off your opponent.
Alola get I get Snow Cloak as well. So you could run. You put Hail on the Ninetales.
Something else.
Snow Cloak to raise your evasion with the bright powder, and then you've got super boosted evasion.
This is getting too far down.
I will admit, I did look down the Sandvale alley for my team. I was like, we could do some bullshit here. No.
Oh god. So where did we get to?
We did offense. Moving on to speed.
5.
Speed.
Not a lot of it.
Yeah, we've spoken how this team could work in Trick Room. However. You've got Celebi with a base 100 speed, and Whimsicott is fast.
Like 115, I want to say.
Yeah, Whimsicott 115.
All of his speed.
160.
And then literally everything else is slow as balls. So
he does have speed boosting on Barbaracle.
With Rock Polish. Yeah, I think a few things will get Rock Polish. Yeah,
but really, I mean, it's the only thing that's really, realistically going to be doing is probably the Barbaracle.
Barbaracle, yeah, can also Shell Smash as well.
Oh, does Executor get Dragon Dance?
Scrafty gets Dragon Dance.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And Moxie, so it can be
not quite the nasty little sleeper.
Yeah, Executor does not get Dragon Dance, but it gets Swords Dance.
Swords Dance, okay.
And Growth, I expect, being but yeah. This is not very fast.
It doesn't get growth, actually.
Oh. What a shit plan.
So what are his Trick Room setters? So Executor and Lola is one of them. Does Whimsicott get it?
Ooh.
I know Whimsicott makes it on...
Celebi, that was it. Celebi
gets it. Whimsicott gets it.
Does Whimsicott get it?
Whimsicott gets Trick Room as well.
Does it?
Prankster.
Was it the useless bit?
Probably.
Whimsicott doesn't get Trick Room.
I mean, it says it on Sun and Moon Pokedex on Smogon.
Oh, maybe because I'm looking at.
Maybe
Gen
it
8
loses it. Oh, yeah. Maybe it loses it in Gen 8, and that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, maybe I'm looking at Gen 8. Okay, interesting. Maybe it's an egg move on a Mon that doesn't make it in.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, overall,
everything's else pretty slow.
And
there's 50 in cases.
And there's also no priority really. There's Barbaracle with Aqua. Might get Aquajet, might even not actually.
I don't know.
Barbaracle does not get Aquajet.
So, is there any priority on this team at all?
Whimsicott Prankster.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't think a Heracross gets any.
No, Heracross doesn't get it. It'd be a lot better if it did because it's so strong.
It gets Aerial Ace. That means it can move fast, so it should get priority.
Does Scrafty get any?
Then make a Fake Out.
It does get Fake Out.
Oh, Fake Out. Okay.
Does it get Sucker Punch? It does not get Sucker Punch.
No. So yeah, lacking in priority, low base speed, bad speed tiers, no speed boosting abilities really, except for Prankster. Yeah. Overall, this is a 2 out of 5 for the speed.
2 out of 5.
Yeah. Below average on the speed for sure.
But don't sleep on the buried up fortress for its big, sturdy explosion priority bollocks.
Normal gen explosion.
Custard berry explosion.
Custard, that's the one. Yeah. I couldn't remember what it's called. I was like, I hope someone knows what this is.
Custard berry.
Custard berry, yeah.
Next up, the flexibility for this team. So we have given this a average rating of 3 out of 5.
It's perfectly average.
It's perfectly fine. Like a lot of the ones here can become a lot more bulky if they wanted to be. Heracross, Landorus, Heatran, Celebi could all be either quite offensive or bulky, horrible things a lot of the time.
Yeah,
maybe not
Whimsicott
Heracross.
can do a bunch of different things.
Yeah, Whimsicott is an annoying setup little thing.
priority screens and all that jazz. Yeah,
Fortress can be a defensive wall if they don't have a fire type. They don't have
that's the thing with his whole team.
Or a hidden power fire. Yeah.
And it gets has stuff it can do. Which is
Barbarical
nice.
can be the crit guy or the setup sweeper sort of guy.
Yeah. Executor Loader can be run different. Physical or
definitely
special.
offensive.
Yeah, Golem can just explode on you or be annoying trapper or
And
Volt Turn.
So he's got stuff.
He's also got a good bit of sort of Volt Turn go like Lando, Celebi, Golem will U-turn. Or Volt
Does Whimsicott get it as well? I always make this mistake.
I'm not sure.
I think it does.
Actually.
Oh, it does get U-turn. It does get U-turn.
It does. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of different ones there, and as we said, there's a good Trick Room team in here. So.
Yeah.
Multiple
Fortress
Zephyr's,
Volts. I feel like when we were going through this one, this was kind of like a
Fortress.
3.5.
Oh yeah.
But I think we downgraded it for a reason that I can't immediately remember.
There's
most
no
of the
real.
things are going to do their thing.
Oh yeah, it was like Heracross is always going to come out and hit something, possibly in Trick Room. Landorus is always going to come out and hit something or Stealth Rock. Heatran is either going to Stealth Rock or hit something.
Or Lava Plume. Yeah.
Pretty much everything can have slightly different sets, but they're not going to be completely.
Generally, they're going to
different,
do their expected job.
They're either going to be offensive or a bulky offense.
If he brings them a weird way, they'll be less good, like on my team.
I think you said
Physical Pyro.
had a good split of physical and special, I think. Well, no, maybe it was his only real special is Heatran and Celebi.
Celebi.
So that's kind of it. I guess Executor or Lola, but that's bringing your bad plant, as I've already called him.
Bad plant, yes.
Not a bad dragon though.
So there is a
Or is it?
somewhere where it falls down. Yeah, it's a pretty averagely flexible team. Definitely has options, but shouldn't surprise you too wildly.
Yes. How about defense? Because this is the interesting one, right?
So, does he have Mons with high stats? Yes, Fortress, Golem, Celebi, Heatran. Lando also gets Intimidate.
Even Mega Heracross.
And Scrafter gets Intimidate as well.
Mega Heracross got a pretty good HP stat, for sure.
Well, his HP is the worst of his defense stats. 115 defense, 105 in specialty.
Defense boosting moves around as well with the Cotton Guard Whimsicott.
Some bulk ups in there.
Yeah, bulk ups.
That sort of stuff.
Calm Mines, yeah.
Yeah, recovery moves. He's got Leech Seed and Recover on Celebi.
Recover on Leech Seed, Celebi. Whimsicott gets Leech Seed, yes.
Does it get Wish?
Oh, I don't think it gets Wish.
Doesn't.
It does not, and its HP stat is 60.
Awful. I don't think it even gets Synthesis. I think it is literally.
I feel like we were trying to look it up, and it's like, no, it doesn't get Synthesis.
Yeah.
Does he get other cleric stuff then? Heal Bell, aromatherapy.
No, I don't think he had any aromatherapy.
Yeah.
I think clerical support was where this team fell down. One of the areas where this team fell down.
Yeah, it was a memento on Whimsicott, and that was it.
Yeah, so you can run Z memento for a heal.
But then we get to our final criteria. Do you have any shared weaknesses or any 4 times weaknesses? And if so, are they appropriately covered by other resistances or immunities on your team?
Okay, right. Does he cover any of his 4 times weaknesses?
Some of them.
Ish.
But definitely not all of them.
Do you have
his main problem is
PK?
His main problem is ground type, I seem to remember off the top of my head. Because other than Lando, which is flying, everything else gets smacked by it, and I think half of his team are weak to it.
Neutral or 4 times weak.
Yeah, I think Executor resists and Celebi resists. That's it.
Yeah.
I guess Whimsicott as well. So he has. Yeah.
But I feel like they were neutral rather than resistant.
Executor will. Yeah.
Well, we know that Heatran, Barbaracle, and Golem Alola are all going to be having balloons, so it's fine.
I mean, like, if you
He's got no ground weakness.
I feel if you have Earthquake and Hidden Power Ice, you can kill pretty much his whole team.
Was his flying resist was not
Oh yeah, that was it. Flying.
Yeah.
He has heat ram for flying resist, and that is it.
And
Heracross, Celebi, Whimsicott, Scrafty, Executor, Lola are all weak to flying.
Oh, Barbaracle.
Does Golem also resist?
Golem quad resists flying. So
I feel like that was
something.
his. That was his big resistance to Heracross not getting smacked by a...
But it does mean that he has to bring his, tier 5 Golem.
Yeah, and it's not just Heracross, it is obviously other things. It's got a few graphs like the fighting type.
Yeah, I mean, this team wasn't amazing defensively without all of the 4x weaknesses. So
I think
overall...
we kind of thought it was a bit average, but then the presence of so many 4x weaknesses actually drags it down.
Like, dragged it down, frankly, a full point to make this a defense 2 out of 5.
Yes,
it was
2 out of 5.
We couldn't give it a 1 because there are still some good defensive mons there.
Yes.
You have some recovery moves. You have a little bit of clerical support and things.
Celebi's going to be an asshole to kill.
Yeah. Unless
you got yourself that
bug type,
big pin mouth.
Yeah. So,
from the Mega Heracross he's got.
I think this is going to be a very interesting team to watch, especially in the hands of a rookie trainer. This is going to be a difficult team to pilot.
I want it to work. Looking forward to this team.
I need to repost the GIF that I sent to him at the start of the learning. He goes like, "We will watch your career with great interest."
The thing is, all it takes is one wrong guess on his part.
Yeah.
One double bluff to go correct from his opponent's part.
It's not,
and he will just lose a team member.
For Draft League, it's not consistent.
Yeah,
it's consistently.
But it's fun.
Oh yeah, it's definitely fun. Like I'm gonna,
and there are good mons here.
I really want to see this.
I mean, yes, there are good mons, and you have a lot of power. I am just worried you will spend more time switching around to try and avoid the coverages that are coming from the other team, that you'll never actually be able to get an attack off, or you'll just die because you didn't switch, which I think could be a big issue.
And speaking of switching, we should probably talk about his removal and his hazards. Because if he's going to get hit by a lot, we'll see.
Well, he has access to defog on the Lando, rapid spin on the Fortress.
Whimsicott, I believe,
and Whimsicott does get defog as well. So he has 3 defoggers, no grounded poison type.
And is defog a priority with Whimsicott because of Prankster?
Oh, isn't this one weird one where it targets the field?
No. Prankster, it's a status move, isn't it? Because it lowers their stats. Yeah,
so it's not
defog targets.
Because there's moves that it doesn't work on, right?
It doesn't work on. No, you're thinking of dark types being immune to a move.
Oh, okay, so, but it can use all of them.
Yeah, so you can't use
priority. Yeah.
A Prankstermon couldn't use Toxic against a dark type, but it can use Spikes against a dark type because the move targets the arena, not the dark type Pokemon.
Okay.
That's the weird interaction you're thinking of.
Yeah.
But defog will be fine. It gets the priority defog, which does mean it won't be able to use it against a dark type. Weirdly.
My God.
It's an extra layer to add on.
Defog blocker.
Yeah. Which is going to be even weirder against your Bisharp, because you'll be like, ha-ha! And then it won't work, and then you won't get the boost, and you'll be like, wait, what? No, I wanted it to work.
No,
hold on a second.
Defog me harder.
I've played myself.
But so it's, defog Lando, defog Whimsicott, rapid spin Fortress. Was that it? I feel there was more. Get off your phone, PK. We're doing it live.
I had to tether my...
doesn't get defog, as we were saying.
Yes, sorry.
Celebi does get defog.
Does not.
So, does not get defog.
Celebi does not get defog.
After that brief interlude. We have given this a 4 out of 5 for removal, but I'm not really seeing that it's 4 on this recap back through, unless we're missing something.
So, rapid spin was nice.
Rapid spin Fortress is fine. Yeah. It's neutral to it. Whimsicott is a good priority defogger.
Defogging, and we had good defoggers.
Everything that helped it do it.
Yeah.
I guess he's got 3 mons. He's got ability that helps, and all of them are neutral to it. So I guess that's fine. He just doesn't have a grounded poison type, and that would have been enough to take him up to a 5.
Yes. Yeah.
Grounded poison type, and maybe another defogger / spinner. But yeah, no, I guess yeah. I think a 4 is probably fair. Then hazard settings. We've got possibly the best stealth rocker in the game in Landorus T. Intimidate, stealth rock, U-turn.
Yep.
And he's got it covered on
good.
both the physical and the special with the heat ran.
Yeah, heat ran also does the stealth rocks. We've got Fortress with spikes and stealth rocks and toxic spikes?
I
have a feeling it gets all of them.
So it definitely gets spikes.
It does get all of them. Yeah, spikes.
It gets toxic spikes.
It gets all of them. There we go.
So that's what I was thinking. Yeah, spikes, toxic spikes, stealth rocks, and rapid spin.
Yeah.
And volt switch.
Yeah.
And sturdy that helps it set them up.
Yeah.
So Fortress is really good at it.
Yeah.
It's 4 times weak to fire.
Barbarical and Golem Alola also get the stealth rocks as well. So
he had
he's
a lot
got
of
rocks coming out of his asses.
Loads of rocks, has access to spikes. No sticky webs is the only thing that's letting this team down, I think.
Yeah.
If he had sticky webs, this would be a 5.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is a very pleasant 4.
A respect
4 out of 5.
Yes. So he's managed to claw back some points.
Claw back some points to an overall score of 20 out of 30.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. But what did you think of the team?
I can tell you that the Kingsdown Kingdras have got 3 S's, 4 A's, 6 B's, and 6 C's. Meaning the popular vote was split between a B and a C, but the average equates to 40.35, which is a B+.
B+. Okay, how did that compare to our grade?
Do we want to say the fact that this was the lowest overall team?
Well, you've said it. Yes, this is the lowest overall average.
I'd say it was a rhetorical do-we. Yes, so
I think this is entirely down to the 4 times weaknesses.
I mean, it is entirely down to the 4 times weaknesses.
Yeah, there was only a couple of teams that got 2 C ranks. This one got 6. So
I think this is the only team I gave a C rank.
I did not. I gave this one a B rank. So I think it's on par with JP's team. And this people are definitely split in how effective they think this is going to be.
Yeah,
I really think this team will just die. Even if he plays well around it, all it takes is 1 mon and 1 wrong guess, and suddenly he's now 5 mons.
Got a mon,
and then it happens again. Now he's 4 mons. And it's okay.
Conversely, though, if he does play around it well, then everything's going to resist everything. So, but then again, everyone could just bring flying ground to every game, sort of thing.
And I guess people, when they were voting, were kind of considering the fact that it's probably just going to die to something.
Probably going to die. It might not. It might be very good. We'll have to see. That's why we're so keen in seeing
this team.
How well it does. But the boy Kit has got some. He's got some learning to do. He's got to get his type chart down in his head.
I think there could be a harsh awakening when this goes into the proper league.
But for the meme points, fair play.
Meme points, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Smashed it.
So I can tell you that we, funnily enough, we actually gave this 26% higher rating than the poll did, with 66.6 as opposed to 40.3.
That may have had something to do with the high gradings for the removal and hazards.
Yes, hazards definitely helped it out. Obviously, it was strong offensively, but it did fall down in the speed and defense.
And as you might expect from the fact that this was the lowest rated score, this is the most difference that we have between our score and their score.
Yeah.
I mean, put it this way, if you're slow and you die in 1 hit, you never get off an attack or stealth rocks and you just die. So
but the's a sturdy.
There is a sturdy. If only Fortress learnt Trick Room.
But it can only use 4 moves. If only it could have 6, it'd be the best mon.
It would be.
It's a worrying stat when we given him a 2 and a 2 for defense and speed. So he's slow and squishy. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. Won't we?
Yeah. I mean, we've said it's got that 5 in offense, and you can never count out someone with a freaking
with a lander
cannon for a right arm.
And a heat run. Yeah.
So.
And 3 people somewhere in the Somerset region did give you an estimate.
in a very small area in the Somerset area, possibly around the Bristol area, have given this team an S rank. So
we can't prove it, but my God. Shall we move on then? Best of luck.
Of the Speaking of the Bristol area.
Yes.
There.
It is indeed.
Why, hello there.
It's the Bristol City Bewears. And what was our name for these? It's
also
the
known as
So Shitty B Squares.
Jesus. That's a bit harsh.
That is a bit harsh, wow. Who came up with that name?
You had to have a hello there.
Hello there. It's the Bristol
Hello
City B Squares. Oh, yeah. Hello there.
You got if you start episode 3 at like maybe like an hour and a half before midnight, we'll say hello there on midnight.
Willie!
Yeah, it was the post I saw.
Love it.
Gotta get it down.
Okay, so this team has Megalopunny, Victini in Tier 1, Hydreigon in Tier 2, Gastrodon and Silverly in Tier 3, Ribombi, oh jeez, they've got a lot of Tier 4s, Ribombi, Mismagius, Bronzong and Golisopod in Tier 4, and Malamar in Tier 5. So this is an interesting squad.
Malamar, yeah.
Some ones we don't see every day, like Malamar, Ribombi, Mismagius.
I mean,
but also some staples in Lopunny, Victini, Hydreigon, Gastrodon.
I feel like I see everyone on this team except for Malamar and Mismagius.
Yeah, it's literally just those two. Upon closer inspection.
Actually,
shall we hop right in and start with some offense for this team?
Yeah, we've been offensive enough about the Kingdras. Let's move on to it.
Has high attack in Lopunny. Victini is 100 in either, but pretty offensive.
Gets access to some very high
PK's livid about this team. We fought for you, and PK was mad pissed. Right.
It was on the flexibility, wasn't it?
Yeah, when we get to the flex score.
Hold your L for now. Hold it. Hold up. Right.
Offense.
So we rated this a 4 for offense.
A 4 out of 5.
It's quite high. Where did this come from?
So we've got access to a bunch of different offense boosting moves. You've got the power up punch on that Lopunny. You have nasty plot, Hydreigon. You have
Quiver Dance
Ribombi. Yeah. You even have bloody
Contrary Malamar
on Gastrodon.
Contrary Malamar. Yep.
Mismagius has nasty plot. Golisopod gets sword stance, I think,
and is just very strong out the gate with choice band first impression or whatever.
Victini gets calm mind. Can't use its celebrate set anymore because that is now banned.
Nerfed.
But
I mean,
still
it could
very
still
good,
use Zed Inferno Overdrive or even Z Sunny Day.
Yeah, so it's still very good. Good combination of sweepers, wall breakers, bulky attackers, high stats, fence boosting moves, fence boosting abilities. I think the only thing
he's missing something with like a ridiculously high base stat, isn't he? His nuke
it's slightly
is
misleading. Yeah, it's slightly misleading because Victini's offensive stat is quite low at 100,
but it is a killer.
But it's because it's using stab 100.
Was it
180?
V create
180.
My bad. 180. It's been a while.
180 base power.
I missed the Gundam. Victory Gundam.
Gundodium power.
He's made a Gundanium alloy.
That's
4 out of 5. There was lacking just a little bit
Actually, fun fact.
Everything's like nearly perfect.
Victini's body is the same colour as Catra Rhubarba winner's hair colour, which is actually Gundanian Mallory.
Excellent.
Wow.
Don't worry, the Gundam Wing fans will love it.
Let me tell you about a little series called Matt Russ. Get back.
Hell no! Right, let's move on. We ain't got time for this shit.
Get into the Nasu verse.
Don't normalise Nasu fans.
Yeah, so this team is pretty offensive.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if this was Sword and Shield, Silvally gets a hell buff to its multi-attack. 120 base power instead of 100, I think, or 90.
Yeah,
and still, 95% accurate or something? Was that 100% accurate?
It's 90 base accuracy. Oh, so 100 accuracy. It's 90 base power at the moment, but it goes to 120.
Wow. That's really good.
Silvally.
And you get a free
really
one.
good.
You do?
Yeah. So overall, yeah, I think this team was like a 4.5 out of 5, but we just couldn't have the justification to put it up to a 5. So
yes,
we have left it.
His big nuke is Victini.
Yeah.
Okay. It's nerfed.
Speed. This we have given another 4 out of 5. So we've got a fast low punny, Victini 100 base speed, Hydreigon's 90 something, I think. So it's no slouch. Silverly.
Hydreigon was 98.
90, that's the one.
98. Silverly's 95 in all stats.
Rabombo was
surprisingly
124.
fast. Yeah, 124. Mad fast. And Miss Magus is still 100 or something. Right there, JP.
Yeah, sorry, just unplug my headset.
It's
okay.
105 Miss Magus is.
105 on Miss Magus. Glycerpod has all the priority. What else do you have? You have quick attack on low punny. I think that's kind of it for priority. Quick attack Victini gets as well. Yeah, there's a fair bit there. Speed boosting moves.
Quiver Dance.
Quiver Dance, Rabombi, and
Agility opening, is it?
I don't think so. Gets cosmic power though.
Does
get cosmic power.
I mean, Victini with the Z Sunny Day does boost its speed by 2.
Does that boost your speed?
Tailwind on the Silverly as well.
Yes. Unlike Type Null, which gets none of the fun things that Silverly can do, but so much defense.
So yeah, has a good range of speeds, a bunch of fast mons, some speed boosting moves, some priority moves, speed boosting abilities. I don't think there's much
I'm not
of.
sure about abilities, but doesn't he get Trick Room on the Bronzong, which is very nice for Victini, because every time Victini uses V-Create, it actually lowers its speed stat, which then makes
Victini
it faster.
Also gets Trick Room on its own as well.
Okay. Well,
so I think Miss Magus might even get it as well, and Malamar might even get it. That's probably they sound like things that
Malamar does get Trick Room.
Miss Magus does not get Trick Room.
Does not get Trick Room. Okay. So there you go.
No, it does. It does. It's in the usually useless.
Why
is it down there?
4 Trick Room
useless
setters.
Move for 105 speed mon.
I hate that.
I assume Gastrodon doesn't get it, but
I don't think Gas gets it.
I don't think it doesn't. It does
it
get
doesn't.
I love
this is a Gen 8 thing.
Have I got a set for you, my friend?
I haven't. I'll get Gastrodon next after I've had fun with the jellyfish. Because I know you love a jellyfish.
The good old jellyfish. They're all good. Overall, 4 out of 5. Pretty damn fast team.
Pretty damn
good.
Fast. Then flexibility.
Brings us on to flexibility.
Yeah.
We have given this. I'm talking to you, PK. We have given this a 3 out of 5.
3. We fought long and hard for this 3.
Hard for a 3 against this man.
And I would have happily given this a 2, and I still think it's a 2. I think you put it to a 2.5, and I would round it down, and you rounded it up.
So. You have mixed attacking on Victini. You have mixed attacking on Hydreigon. Yeah.
With a good move pool to take advantage of it.
All right, so
can boost both of them, I believe.
About the Hydreigon, I don't agree with the physical attack. However, I have since been sold on a Thunder Waving Roost Toxic set, so I will give it that.
Sorry, I can't boost its offense.
I mean, it can also Dragon Dance and hit you with a pretty decent...
I don't think it gets Dragon Dance. No, I'm just looking that up. No, it doesn't get Dragon Dance or Sword Stance.
I take it back, PK.
That's a bust this down.
Yeah, but so yeah, you've got Hydreigon can be flexible. Silverlee can be any type and can be built any way, really.
But it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
It's got 105 base attack. That's higher than some things that we've said. This is offensive. Higher than Azumarill.
Wait, it's 105.
105.
He's talking about Hydreigon. Silverlee is 95.
Sorry. You moved on. Sorry.
We moved on to Silverlee.
Yes, we're on Silverlee.
My bad.
Yeah. Oh, but 105 base attack on a Hydreigon. I take it back, my taken back. It's still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Stronger than that Victini, and we're saying that's his nuke.
That's his nuke.
That's because it gets powerful moves.
The Hydreigon gets Outrage.
It gets Outrage and Draco Meteor. I think it gets Dragon Rush as well.
But yeah, so Silverlee can be any type and can be built any way. Bronzong is amazing. It sets up Trick Room, can be change its weakness based on its ability, and it has every weather, I believe. So,
it has a lot of weather, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a hell of a weather setter, which adds to the old flexibility of the team.
Yes, I think he's got some kooky mons that can do some kooky things. And I would have been more on PK's side if he didn't have the Silverlee that can be every type in the game.
But I don't agree. The fact that it can be every type in the game means it's flexible. As stupid as that sounds.
That on its own gives it a point. Because he's got every type. So he can cover a weakness for any game with that Silverlee. He can hit something stab in any game with that Silverlee.
But it's still going to do the same thing.
But it also gets Tailwind and Stealth Rocks. That was nearly like a big fuck you. We got Stealth Rocks.
It's not going to do that. It's going to hit something and parting shot about. That's it. Like, my main issue with it
gets parting shot as well.
Yeah, it does. Well done. Is that you know what these monsters are going to do? It's got
removal.
Like, yes, technically they can do other things, but so can every fucking mon again.
It's got U-turn.
Victini with its Victini with the fact that Celebrate's been reduced, takes its set downs. It's either going to smack you hard or smack you hard.
It's still one of the best Z crystal users in the game.
Lopunny is going to hit you hard on the physical side. Hydreigon, I will now concede that it could also Thunder Wave about.
Yeah.
Gastrodon is going to tank and throw around schools. Silverlee is going to just hit you or parting shot. Rabombi is going to, I guess, quiver dance up or set up sticky webs. Like,
set up screens.
Bronzong's going to tank. This mage is just going to hit you. Galissapod's going to hit you with priority. Malamar's going to hit you for the contrary. Like, you know exactly what these mons are going to do.
I mean,
but that doesn't mean that the team isn't flexible.
Just because they can do other things doesn't mean they're going to. Like, look at this thing. I could give you the set for like almost every one of these mons. Like,
but Galissapod, Bronzong, Mismagius, and Malamar are all completely different Pokemon. They don't do the same job as each other.
But you know what? Well, because one's a tank and the other three hit you.
So Mismagius is power out of the gate. Malamar needs some boost going.
It's just going to hit you.
Galissapod is power out of the gate, but it's physical.
Just going to hit you, but with priority.
Yeah, but it's different types and different ways that they do it. Like Galissapod is through priority. Mismagius is through
the different
speed.
Types only gets you 1 point. Like.
Also, Galissapod gives you the flexibility with its ability to switch out.
We were saying with there's another team that we were saying they kind of just do what they're going to do, which is it's going to you may get the odd Tailwind Silverlee, but
I mean, I wouldn't even run Tailwind on Silverlee. I'd fucking just multi-attack everything to death.
What?
Yeah, but there's also there could be
attack for the most part.
There could be weather setting in here. There could be Trick Room set up.
That was your reason.
So there you go. That's like
Bronzong is either going to set up the weather or Trick Room.
Yeah. So Bronzong is nice and flexible. Can set up stuff for the whole team.
Okay.
Victini can be a mixed attacker. Hydreigon can be a funky mon. Okay. And then Silverly has mixed types. And then on top of that, his whole team is not too physical or specially orientated, and there is no type spam across his team. That is enough for a 3. It's not like we're arguing for a 5.
But if he was
I mean,
type spam, he can
some
have
of you
it.
were arguing. One of you was arguing for a 4. I'm sure.
Well, I think me and JP were in the this is like a 3.5, and you were there going, this is like a 1.5, and we were like, what? So yeah.
So we compromised with a nice 3.
Moving on to defense for this team, which I equally feel so livid. No, it was just flexibility that was the divisive point.
It's mainly flexibility or what we had issues with on some of these teams, because it's how do you define flexibility?
By the points that we've written down on this notepad file right here that I'm reading. Yeah, that's how we define it, PK.
I did ask everyone beforehand, like, are you okay with this criteria? Does this make sense, or do you want to change it?
But I give less value to being able to hit on the other side as to being a mixed attacker.
Did we move on? I thought we moved on.
We moved on, PK. PK, doesn't sound like you've moved on there, mate. Maybe we should move on. Defense.
Wait, we haven't even
For the second time.
Defense. God, right. Defense. We have rated this team a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, you've got Hydreigon, surprisingly tanky. Victini's 100 across the board. Silverly, 95s across the board. Bronzong, great in both defensive. Gastrodon, great in both defensive.
On the Lopunny.
Cosmic Power Lopunny. Oh, lordy. Even Galissapod has, what, 120, 130 physical defense?
Yeah.
It's surprisingly good.
140, in fact.
140 defense.
That's his highest stat.
Not a terrible HP either. It's like 80?
75, yeah.
I mean, it's still going to take a hit quite nicely. Hopefully, it will take a hit and not break its awful ability of emergency exit further. We'll see. There's Roost on Hydreigon, Recover on Gastrodon. Some nice stuff there.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty decent. Clerical support. What do we have? There was.
Let's have a look at the Rabombi.
I guess Rabombi has stuff. That's my assumption. Bronzong gets. Does Bronzong not get Heal Bell despite it being a bell?
A bell, yeah. I feel like that was the thing.
Pisses me off. So
no, yeah, it doesn't.
It's literally a bell.
No, it doesn't get Heal Bell. It get Heal Block, but not Heal Bell. Yeah.
Could
No, Rabombi. At least unless it's down here, I can't see anything on Rabombi.
Yeah, I don't think it got any.
Maybe that was one of the areas this team fell down and then has no real clerical support whatsoever.
I think that was it actually. Yeah,
I can see that. 4 times weaknesses. Hydreigon to Fairy.
Galissapod to Grass? Not Galissapod.
Gastrodon to Grass.
Yep.
And that's it, I think, for the 4 times weaknesses.
Yep.
Rabombi's Bug Fairy, isn't it? Yeah, it's nothing there.
And he does have obviously the option of covering that with Silvally.
Yeah, which does help. So, overall, I think he's lacking, other than, it's basically Gastrodon. Gastrodon's his only true wall here. Bronzong has no recovery moves, so although it can take some hits pretty well, it does just go down after a few turns. There's no real way to stop that. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, pretty average with the 3.
Pretty average. Pretty decent.
Okay. So, hazards. Removal.
Hazards, right. So, removal. Yes. We have given this team a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Hydreigon gets defog. Hydreigon gets defog. Silverly gets defog. Rabombi gets defog. I believe that's it.
Yeah, you could have Silverly as a grounded poison type.
You could do, yeah.
Yeah. If he's particularly worried about toxic spikes, it's an option.
Yeah, I mean, if you think this is the game that bring in toxic spikes, I've brought
against a.
And also, Silverly can resist the stealth rocks it comes into defog as well by being like a ground type Silverly.
Yeah,
so flexible, isn't it? But we've moved on. We've moved on.
You haven't moved on either, Joe.
I never moved on.
In the night. That's what he's doing.
I had to what was I going to say? I equate Silverly as a poison type to Muck. Because what is Muck without an item, because it's got similar defensive stats, but obviously you just can't run the black sludge or anything like that. It has to run the memory.
The RKS system.
The memory.
That's what it is.
Yes.
But otherwise, it can do pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah. So Hydro Dragons resist, or it doesn't resist. It's neutral to what it's defogging. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
Really.
It's pretty.
Silverly's all right. Yeah. Sounds pretty 3 out of 5 to me.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Then Hazards, another 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
So
they've
we've got Gastrodon gets rocks.
Zombie gets webs.
Bronzong gets wrongs. Yeah, Zombie gets webs. Silverly get rocks?
I said this earlier. I'm double checking. Maybe it doesn't. It doesn't get rocks now.
Okay, so there's 2 rockers, a sticky webber. I don't think there's any spikes or toxic spikes across the team.
It's the one thing it can't do.
Yeah.
I haven't moved on either!
Which brings us to flexibility again.
So in total, that is...
all that brings this to I think it's our third 20 out of 30 in a row.
Out of 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just leaves one question. How flexible do you think that? What do you think about this team?
Let us know in the comments. How flexible do you think this team is? Do you think this is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let us know.
We'll put up a separate survey that is simply how flexible.
We'll do a straw poll in the comments.
Solid 2.5.
Yeah, but no Bristol, cahoots going in, please.
I don't think we can stop that. The voting block is too powerful.
We've got a staunch, they're like ingrained into the league. Right, so the Bristol City Bewears, they got 4 S ranks, 11 A ranks, 3 B ranks, and 1 C rank.
How many people do we have in the Bristol / West Country?
I want to say
area?
about 6, maybe.
I think there's 4,
actually be more.
Maybe more than 4.
I feel like there's more than 4.
Yeah.
Slightly more, but
But hey, there's a lot of A ranks there. So
who have we got in Scotland that gave him a C? Just other side of the country, like further you get away geographically, the lower you vote. So that actually goes to 64.9%, which is an A.
Yes,
and we actually voted very similarly. It was 20. Sorry, am I looking at the right one? 66.67%, which is actually 2% higher.
Yeah, so we were almost exact.
Almost exactly.
And that actually kind of goes with what I voted, because I for sure, even though my consternation about its flexibility, I still would rate this an A. Like, I think this is a good team. This is a good team.
Do you know what? This is the team we all agreed on. We all gave it an A. This is the one.
Oh, this is the one.
This is the one. Yeah.
It's all pretty good, right? It's all like above average.
Yeah.
Everything is it, and he hates
4,
it.
4, 3, 3, 3, 3. We gave it, so it's all average or above, and just
Tell you what, this is the Luigi team. If
the Swindon Slowbros are the Mario, this is the Luigi of the
Yes, yeah.
Slightly above average in every way.
but slightly less good as his older brother.
As opposed to the Kingdras Waluigi's. the most angular, lopsided team you've ever seen.
Do I get to be Warrior then? Oh, brilliant.
Was that Donkey Kong? Yes.
I could be good. Oh, you can.
No, you're defensive. What are you? You're like
Donkey Kong's defensive. Big and burly.
Big fucking monkey.
Who's defensive?
He's offensive. Yeah.
You're Toad.
Bowser has a nice shell.
Bowser.
You could be a Bowser.
I could be Bowser.
Yeah, Mega Venusaur's like a Bowser behind an Aurora Veil.
Yeah.
Love me a big boozer. Shout out to Black Sabbath.
Yeah. So this is a pretty all-around team, just slightly more offensive and fast than it is everything else.
A good ass team.
It's a good ass team. Solid.
Good all round and well done.
Well done, Mark. Okay. Let's move on to we've got what was it 4 more teams. Do you reckon we can do
teams
in an hour, 20 minutes each? I think we can do.
Yeah, we can give it a bash.
Is that why the strict time limit?
Because 20 minutes seems like a reasonable time.
Okay,
I didn't know if you had something on.
We were like, I gotta go.
We gotta get this episode out at some point.
We're burning time. Let's carry on. We
spent like a week talking about.
Once it hits midnight, my setup will turn into a pumpkin.
It will turn into a glass slipper and go to a dance.
But is it half full or half empty?
We're wasting time! The Warty Shorts! It's the Warty Shorts!
It's the Warty Shorts.
Jesus!
We've got a Mega Sizzle, a Mimikyu in Tier 1, Infernape and Starmie in Tier 2. It's the Tacky Bling. Haxorus and Amoongus in Tier 3, Persian Alola in Tier 4, and Quagsire, Vikavolt, and Carbink in Tier 5.
Hey.
So we've got a pretty cool lineup.
We will start off, as always, with some offense for this team.
I don't think it comes to a surprise to anyone that...
This is a 5 out of 5 for offense. Yep.
Oh boy, is it!
Sizzle. How does this get 5 out of 5?
I mean, Sizzle has huge offensive stats and Swords Dances. Mimikyu, Swords Dance, all Z splashes. Has access to good stab moves. Infernape has both offensive stats over 100. Yeah, so it can be either way, and it gets both Sword Stance and Nasty Plot. Starmie has Analytic as its ability, but also has it's only 100 special attack.
It's 100, yeah.
Yeah, so it's only 100, but Analytic will boost it. Haxorus has a 147 physical attack or something monstrous, and then has Dragon Dance to boost that on top.
And yeah, I guess Mold Breaker, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah, Mold Breaker as well.
Let's hit the Rotums.
Yeah, let's hit things. And breaks through Sturdy as well.
Yeah.
So.
Persian gets Technician. You want to use that?
Persian is not an offensive.
We've talked about this, PK.
Before the show, we were like, don't talk about Persian.
Vikavolt has 145 special attack.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rika.
Overall, this team, I mean, the top 5 Mons are all just going to absolutely smash things.
Yeah.
And then Vikavolt as well. So huge stats, a bunch of boosting, great all-round offense. 5 out of 5. Yeah, 5 out of 5 for offense. Yeah.
Strong team.
Yeah.
Speed.
This team is also pretty fast. There's a lot of priority creeping around as well. You've got the Bullet Punch Sizzle, the Shadow Sneak Mimikyu. So it's good.
Whatever Infernape wants to do.
Yeah, even Vikavolt gets like quick attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's Infernape's like
109. I want to say
109 speed.
108
speed. Okay. Haxorus will Dragon Dance up to make it nice and fast. Starmie's blisteringly fast, like
115, along with Persian Alola, which is also 115.
So got a good couple months. Vikavolt, isn't it?
But the Persian does also get Fake Out.
Yep.
So it can be like, boop. and then
it can be like, boop, get it.
2 damage. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what it's going to feel like. It would be like,
poop on the snoop, and then memento out of there.
I mean, it's got a giant ass face to snoop.
Isn't fake out more of a just a clap?
Well, from a normal fake out in Mon, yes, but this is like a.
Look at that face. How could that ever fake out?
It would be very satisfying to boop that snoot.
Vikavolt also is actually a very good user of agility.
Even
very good.
It has low base speed, but once it uses agility, it's actually pretty darn good.
Pretty speedy.
So overall, this is a 4 out of 5 for speed. It's just lacking a bit of out of the box speed. I think other than Persian Alola and Starmie, there's nothing like.
It's not got a Tapu Koko, Megalo, Punny,
Yeah.
Mega Beedrill, anything like that.
But a couple of 115s aren't bad. Good Dragon
Yeah.
Dancer.
Oh yeah,
Good,
definitely.
Yeah.
It's good.
Also, a lot of very good choice scarf candidates on this team as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
With-
Sizzle, even
with
regular
decent-
Sizzle. Regular
Yeah,
Sizzle.
if you wanted to bring regular Sizzle.
Regular Sizzle, Mimikyu if you really wanted to, Haxorus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't need to bother Dragon Dancers, I'll just choice scarf, outrage everything.
Yeah, Persian Alola.
Yeah.
Good old Persian.
with that 60 base attack, it's
Think of the
but technician
To be
boosted.
fair,
Oh my god.
Scarf, what is it? Scarf parting shot is probably not a terrible idea.
I
Scarf
don't think if I had
knockoff.
75 special attack.
I
thank
mean,
you
but
very
it's
much.
already fast enough. I don't know. You do it.
75 special attack
Yeah.
with a nice sort of. Well, it does get Thunderbolt and Dark
75
Pulse, but they're
is
not
not good.
affected by Technician. But it gets good moves and it gets Nasty Plot and it can put parting shot.
Sure,
around.
yeah, it can, but like it gets Gunk Shot, which is,
It's
why does it get Gunk Shot? It gets it. Play rough.
it does. Icy
It's
Wind
nice.
if you want
It's got
speed control.
moves.
It's a good mon.
It can do
It's-
about a quarter to a third of a Pokemon's
It's a
health.
decent tier 4. It's
Dark Pulse, Thunderbolt.
It's a
Thunder.
quirky tier 4, which is kind of what you want out your tier 4s.
Yeah.
You want them to
Yeah,
sort of be
exactly.
like a wacky or a one-trick sort
But
of
I
thing.
like it.
Pretty good.
That's good.
That brings on to flexibility quite nicely, I think, with a wacky tier 4. So what do we have here? We have Sizzle. It's it can do like a bulky thing,
Yeah,
or it can
curse up. It can do whatever.
yeah,
And it is
can
a good
sword
mon,
stance.
both non-mega and mega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mimikyu is kind of just going to do the same thing every time.
But
right?
the fact that
It'll
it does
sub
have
or
its...
sword stance. Yeah.
Because it's got the disguise, it does get a turn to do whatever it wants, whatever it may be, totally unhindered.
I feel like the flexibility is mainly from the mons itself rather than, I know that sounds very stupid, but like other ones, like they're moves that will do it, whereas they have good candidates
help.
for whereas this one they have good candidates for both a non-mega and a mega. Then you have a Mimikyu that gets free turns, it like almost cheats a turn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I think on that turn, it's either going to just hit an attacking move or sword stance. It's not. I wouldn't say Mimikyu as a flexible one.
Flexible use of it though, so obviously that's its main use, but you can just use it as a free switch in to something. It's like, oh shit, they have this stupidly bulked up thing, but it's toxic, so I need to stall for a turn. So I can send
It's like
Mimikyu.
it's stored all the power from Solar Beam. Oh shit!
Yes.
Someone's
Oh,
gonna
shit.
take a Solar
Mimikyu,
Beam.
mumble.
Oh lord!
Yeah.
Go Mimikyu! Infinite is a good lead. It's also a mixed
Can start
attacker.
rocks
It
and
can be
this is
the
physical.
most
It can be
flexible
special.
mon.
Yeah.
Sub,
Infinite's
Rocks,
great.
Endeavor, do it all.
Amoonguss is a good little
Great.
tank, but also it's surprisingly offensive.
Yeah, it's
can
my
can
kill
hit
leader
pretty
from-
well.
I'm almost certain it was my kill leader when I had it. Like,
Darmy is a very fast rapid spinner, or can also hit like a truck if it gets off sort of analytic and
stuff,
things,
yep.
traps. Yeah, Persian Alola is a weird, wacky, all sorts of shit.
it can do
Sort of
things.
mon. Quagsire, recovering tank, doesn't really have much flexibility there.
Obviously, it also gets unaware, so it's not really affected by other people.
There is, however, is there a trick room on this team, or did we say there isn't a trick room on this team?
I wasn't sure if
Starmie.
Carbink got it.
Starmie and Carbink, maybe.
Carbink definitely gets it.
And Starmie gets trick. Hang on, is it down there? Bottom. It does get it. Yep, Starmie gets trick.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to look all the way down the bottom now because I've been fooled too many times.
Because Trick Room isn't good unless you're in
True.
doubles.
true. It's
Why?
not, it's not
Doubles
great.
in Sword and Shield is dominating.
I mean, it's dominated by Galarian Summit.
Galarian Darminitan has been banned.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Really?
As of today, yeah.
It was quick banned. There wasn't
the Zen
even a
mode?
suspect test.
No. The full
It's-
the ice type, the new Galarian.
So what in my opinion they should have done is they should have allowed Zen mode, but not Guerrilla Tactics, because Guerrilla Tactics is what's busted. It gives it a free choice band.
Yeah. And it's Darmanitan.
Yeah. So and it's all
And it can have a choice ban.
good stab.
Yeah,
And
you can see what, because it has to make up for the fact that it doesn't have flare bullets by using Icicle Crash,
Yeah.
but like
you can have
Icicle Crash
two
is still
choice
pretty
bands
damn
on
strong.
it, or a choice scarf. Yeah.
there's
But
just no
Alexa, that-
real.
I reckon
Yeah.
that will change when Pokemon Home comes out, and then they bring in all of the Sun and Moon mons.
I don't know.
Anyway, 20 minutes, JP. 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
What will we do?
We're doing flexibility. So
flexibility.
I feel like he's got a lot of
3 out
mons
of
that can do
5.
things.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 for flexibility. Pretty decent.
Nothing super
like
stand out.
wacky. There's a lot
Well,
of stuff.
he's got some wacky stuff, but it's not
Yeah.
like you can generally get the gist of what he's going to be running most games.
Yeah.
It's just
but he does have
Infernape
some
that's going to be a bit
options.
tricksy.
Yeah.
Defense now. There's a lot of parallels to be drawn between this team and his former teammate, the Kingswood Kabutops, Chris Patella's main team.
Oh, really?
They have huge offense, huge speed, and then they absolutely plummet in defense and other areas.
Oh dear.
They are focused entirely on fast offense, and this is where, defense here is only a 2 out of 5. You got Scissor there with good bulk, and then you drop all the way down to a Moongus before you get anything sort of tanky. And then Persian Alola is an okay physical wall because of its fur coat ability. And Quagsire is sort of bulky all round.
Unaware
Does have a 4 times weakness. Yeah.
So
but it's still not
doubled
that
on
wally.
60, so it's 120.
Yeah.
Ish, yeah.
But with a poor HP pool to back it up as well. So still not.
It's still
not
enough to make it work.
But then it's also lacking recovery. Quagsire and Moongus do have recovery in Synthesis and Recover.
Yeah, Mungus is annoying to kill.
Yeah.
Haxorus is surprisingly frail.
And Carbink does have good defensive stats, but has no healing and has a 4 times weakness. All it's going to do is come out, set up rocks and screens, and that's kind of it.
The screens
Maybe
will help.
Chippenham.
The screens will help.
Yeah, screens will help. But it's not great around the. Yeah, and there's no clerical support.
No, there is
At all?
sturdy, but that didn't. Did we count sturdy for defense as well?
No, that was only really for setting up hazards.
I mean, you could include it. It does help. It live a hit.
Who's got the sturdy?
Carbink.
Oh, okay.
What's
fair
it?
else?
Clear body. So
Yeah,
if you boost the
yeah.
defense.
But yeah, and then 4 times weaknesses, Sizzle to fire. What else have we got?
Carbink to steel.
Oh yeah, Carbink to steel, Quagsire to grass. So there's a few 4 times weaknesses there. I can't remember off the top of my head if they were covered or not.
I feel like they probably weren't because we have this as a 2.
Fire. Yeah, Infinite
was-
and Haxorus.
Yeah, there was a
and
cut. I
Starmie
feel like there might have
resist.
been a couple of things that they hadn't
Yeah.
properly got covered, or was covered in its low tier. Not what you want.
I think that was it. I think wasn't there a lot that was relying on this Quagsire.
Maybe.
Like Quagsire and Carbink have a hell of a lot of pressure on their back.
Bug. Is that right? Starmie, Among Us.
Sizzle
Or is
resist.
Among Us not weak? 'Cause
Sizzle
it's
resists,
poison.
Infinite.
I don't think
Quad
Amoongus
resists,
is weak.
Haxorus resists. Amoongus is neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just there's no real walls there.
Yeah,
There's-
it's
Yeah.
Among
there's-
Us.
It's main
Amoongus
walls.
Carbink, if you
and,
want to call it.
and Quagsire. It's the same. It's like with the Kingswood Kabutops. All of their tanks were in the lower tiers.
Yeah,
and they
got
weren't
stuff that are a bit
flexible.
there.
Yeah. So yeah, overall 2 out of 5 for defense.
I feel like John will disagree with that. I feel like.
He'll be like, "Oh, where is that?" And I'll be like, "No, John.
The numbers have spoken.
The numbers have spoken."
Uh,
No, I guarantee he's watching this right now and he's going, what? He's doing his little head shake thing. He's like, no.
That's against the rules.
No, that's what happened.
You know how I feel about the rules. Sorry, John. Can you claw back some points, though?
Yes, so let's have a look. Removal. Defog on that Scizor. We have Rapid Spin on the Starmie. That's it, I think. No grounded poison type.
He does have a grounded poison type in Amoonguss.
Oh, yes. Yes, he does. Yeah. So there we go. So
that's
what bumped him up a little bit. So yeah, he has got the defog on the Scizor is sort of, it's a very good defogger because it is bulky but at the same time it's got like 5 move syndrome is what I want to call it. Because you want to have that sword stance, you want to have roost, you want to have bullet punch, you want to have a bug stab move,
a bug bite. Then he usually gets
or X's bite. Yeah, you want bug bite to be technician boosted. I think it is.
And then
you want the defog.
It also gets knockoff as well.
And then you also might want the knockoff or the close combat.
Or pursuit.
So it's it's like. But the thing is, defog is not in the top 4 of that list.
Yeah,
it is 5 or 6 on that list.
Yeah,
but I think with this team, he might have to run it in the top 4 a lot of the time. But then again, his team's so fast and offensive, he might not care about hazards. He might just try and kill them before the stealth rock damage even means anything.
I mean, was it Vikavolt and Infernape that don't like it? Is that right?
Vikavolt, Infernape. Everything else is neutral. Except Carbink and Quagsire that resist.
Yeah,
so everything's neutral.
He's not the most worried, and he does have good removal.
You say that, but he hasn't really got resists to it, so everything is at least taking 12% of their health, and that's pretty decent across the whole team. Just because something's not taking 50% in one whack doesn't mean the rock's not good. It's still going to add up a lot.
It's not his most pressing concern.
Yeah. So overall hazard here we have given this a 3 out of 5 for removal. Sorry,
it was 3 out of 5.
For removal, 3 out of 5. Fairly average. Hazards.
Setting.
So we have Stealth Rock on Infernape and Quagsire and Carbink, and then that's it. There's no spikes, no webs, and no toxic spikes.
No.
So there's 3 rockers. Do have access to Sturdy on Carbink that helps set up.
Quagsire does not get rocks.
Does it not?
No.
Okay. Well, that validates our current rating even more.
I feel like
we have given this team a 2 out of 5 for hazard setting.
2 out of 5.
Yeah. So it's just that. Just the carving. Infernape is a nice, quick, good rocker. It is a good lead.
He has a good rocker and then a tier 5 good rocker.
Yeah.
Which bumps up. We equated it to another thing, which we'll talk about later. So why this gets a 2.
Oh, yes. That must be coming up soon.
I think that might be one of the last.
Oh, no, it's our next team.
Ooh, excellent.
We'll get onto that.
No,
So overall, that gives this team now 4th in a row, 20 out of 30. This was the 20 out of 30 ballpark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it went with draft order a little bit.
Yeah, or maybe that reflects the fact that, okay, this is sort of the area that you'll get a 20 out of 30 team. This will be the area where you do better. Well, yeah.
I had a quick look through to see if it was true across it, but I think it's pretty random except for this.
Yeah, this seems to be the only. I did a little scroll up and down. I was like,
I was like, near the top. There's a bit of a 23 block near the top. 4, 5, and 6. We gave very good numbers to.
Maybe it's a little spikier at earlier areas and lower areas as well.
We haven't got to our highest rated team yet.
No, that's
spoiler alert. Yes, we'll get.
So, what do you think about this team?
Oh,
very much part of the West Country block here. So
we're all the way west right now. So the Worcester Wartortles, they received 2 S ranks,
Of course they did.
11 A ranks, and 6 B ranks. No C ranks.
There's one thing I might like to point out about that. You want to split them, but even still, they're still the same, because that is the exact same voting that the Kingswood Kabutops got.
Really?
Oh, are they?
Wow.
Oh, they are as well.
11 A's and 60.
Oh, hot damn.
Jesus.
Well, there you go. 59.65% A
they-
minus.
They may have, left each other behind,
Well, they
but
found
really, they are still the same players playing the same team.
They are toy. They're toy.
The boys are always the boys.
Yeah. Now, interesting. So, did we rate them differently? Does that make sense? So,
we
we
gave our objective rating?
Yeah, so
or?
we gave them. Sorry, the league gave them both 59.65.
Yes,
was the A minus.
We gave
them
the
66.
Kabutops.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we gave the Kabutops an 18 and the Worcester Wartortles a 20.
Yes, we said the Kabutops were slightly faster and slightly more defensive, much worse at hazards and removal.
Yeah.
So we were actually spot on with the poll with the Kabutops. There was a difference of 0, whereas a difference of +7. So we rated the Worcester Wartortles a little bit higher than the league did.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I
couple of B's
certainly agree.
Yeah,
this is it's a solid A rank team for me. This
is solid. I think I saw a little too much Mega Sizzle in the Learner League, so I was like, Mega Sizzle. But I know that it's annoying.
I really like Mega Sizzle.
Well, it's always been...
It's an underutilized, I think.
Well, in draft, it's always been a bit of a double-edged sword, because yes, it is super good on ladder and in OU, but here you can prepare for it so much.
But that's the thing. If I drafted like a rain team, because I had an idea for drafting a rain team, but having Mega Sizzle as my Mega,
true,
to make it like obviously even better.
Yeah, I think
it reduces its 4 times weakness that I was thinking about. So I do like Mega Sizzle, and I hope it works out well for him.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yep. So in all around, this team is pretty offensive,
pretty good,
and pretty okay everywhere else. Maybe lacking a little bit in defense and hazards.
Mm-hmm. Well, shall we move on to our next team?
Yes,
we're in the last stretch.
Final 3. We have got our current reigning champ,
the reigning champ, season 4 champion Chris Munden of the Chippenham Town Charmeleons, or as we like to call them, the Chubbyum Charmeleons.
Tragic that he didn't get his end of season hero extravaganza for the winning, but
we've got to do something for him at some point.
We'll make him a nice.
He's got a trophy.
Ray. Yeah, he does have a nice Dialga trophy there.
He got his name on the winning trophy. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's not even like an Arceus trophy, or Giratina trophy. It's Dialga.
Dialga, yeah.
Well, because like the Emerald champion Sam, he got a nice, Rayquaza trophy, didn't he? As well as his.
So you think this should be a
Giratina?
He should get a Giratina and a Dialga trophy. Well, excuse me, Ray. I think that maybe.
No, I totally get their reasoning for having only 2 trophies thing, so that's fine. Right, the Chippenham Town Charmeleons, they have Rob's Mega Steelix that was a terror last season for a tier 3 Mega. The Solid Snack. I thought it was Cobalion for a second. No, it's Crewkerne Black. And we got ourselves a tier 1 Cobalion. Crewkerne Black and Tapu Bulu, both in tier 1. Hawlucha and Suicune, how you want to say it, in tier 2.
Sweet.
That's good. Chandelure in tier 3, Sableye in tier 4, and Electrode, Taurus, and Articuno in tier 5. Oh, it's Colgate advert. He's got a Colgate advert. There you go.
So, let's start as we always do with the offense.
I thought you were going to go with the hazard setting. Let's go.
We'll
get there, JP.
So high attack and stats. There is a Tapu Bulu, a Crewkerne Black, a Mega Steelix there, all with huge stats. Chandler with what, 140 special attack? 145?
Chandler has 145.
Yeah. Yep. Hawlucha, access to Sword Stance, and a okay offensive stat, like 98 or something, I think.
So, 92.
92.
So, yeah. And then Tauros has access to that. Yeah, sheer force.
Tauros is a Gen 1 normal type.
Yeah, has all the moves. Yeah.
100 base attack, but yeah, sheer force.
Anchor point raises his attack by 12 stages. Who thought it's possible?
12 stages.
But
right.
I think John brought it up because I said in the chat, like, hang on a minute, how can you get 12 stat boosts? That's insane. Like, does it just cancel out the 6 cap? But actually, if you're -6, it then goes to +6. Whereas Belly Drum, actually, is Belly Drum maxes or is it
maxes your attacks? It's the same.
Okay, so it's the same, but just different wording in Showdown.
Yes, yeah. So, but that will never ever happen. So we didn't even bother counting Anger Point. I don't think.
No, it was offensive. No, but we didn't.
But it is a good thing to note because it does. It's the only thing that says, "Oh, raises attack by 12 stages." It's like what?
yeah, it's the only sort of weird thing. But yeah, it didn't need Anger Point because it's got sheer force. So
yeah. Suicune, a famous user of Calm Mind. So, yeah.
Dandelion,
even
Calm Mind.
Sableye can even Calm Mind. So, yeah.
Yeah, and both those two very good for giving toxics out. It can hurt you that way.
Yeah. Hawlucha is an amazing sweeper. You've got a Wall Breaker and Crewkerne Black. Bulky attackers and Steelix and Bulu. Yeah.
Steelix is ridiculously high. It's only 125, but with Sand Force, it does have the ability to boost
Stab Force if you want.
Bulu 130.
Stab Earthquake as well, and he's got the Bulu. The problem is he has the Bulu to set up the grassy terrain that weakens the Earthquakes, but hopefully, I think our champ will play around that sort of a situation.
Yeah. I can see him getting himself stuck in a sticky situation with it. At least in the group stages. In the playoffs, he'll have it sorted out. But in the group stages, I'm predicting 0-6.
0-6.
Chris Luck, right? No matter how well and how hard he plays, he's gonna lose those games.
He's the champ.
Yes, and then he'll come through and win the whole thing. After losing through the group stages.
After he misses Nature's Madness.
Tapu
Bulu is never going to hit a Nature's Madness all season.
Don't try the Nature's Madness, mate. And you'll be fine.
Right, you can't use the Z version of it, and that's 100% accurate. So
and hopefully, it's 75% of your health, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was what's it called? It's like Island Secret or something bollocks like that, isn't it?
Island Secret.
Yeah, that's the name. It's like
the Z move.
Yeah,
Is it Tapunium Z? It is
Tapunium Z.
Guardian of Alola.
Guardian of Alola.
Guardian of Alola.
What does it actually do, Guardian of Alola?
3/4 of a target's current HP.
Yes, so it's like Super Fang, but 75% instead of 50%. Or like Nature's Madness.
Nature's Madness, yeah.
Yes.
And hits. It hits. That's the important. Yes. Maybe that's what he's been doing wrong.
Yeah.
Not bringing the Tapunium Z.
Oh.
I mean, Bulu's a pretty good user of it, I'd say. Like, it doesn't necessarily need other items anymore. Like, you could say a choice band or something.
Yeah, choice band or leftovers,
whatever is left afterwards.
Yeah, bad shout. But overall, offense for this team, pretty faultless. 5 out of 5. 5. Yeah,
good start.
It's got a Mega Steelix, Crewkerne Black, and a Tapu Bulu. It was not going to be anything
with a Lucha.
A Lucha and a Chandler. That's not.
Chandler, that's true.
Chandler is such a good mon.
Everything's either massively powerful or can boost up and then also becomes horrible. So,
even the Sableye.
Speed. So
speed is deadly.
We have given this team a 3 out of 5.
Okay, it's not that deadly.
No, it's not.
We have Hawlucha, who is heckin' fast. because of its
Heckin' fast.
unburden and whatnot.
And it's already base 118.
Yeah, so it's fast anyway, and then will unburden and become uncatchably fast.
And we should say that
Electrode is
Chris
one of
did
the
manage to get.
fastest.
I was going to say he did manage to get the combo of Lucha and Bulu.
Yes.
Yeah, which is
For anybody who
good.
doesn't know any of the Tapu Lucha combo, you set up the terrain and then you send in whole Lucha with Unburden carrying the matching seed for the terrain that it's going into. For in this case, it'll be grassy seed. It then consumes the grassy seed, using up its item, getting the Unburden to double its speed.
And
it
also a +1 defense boost.
Yes, it will get a +1 defense boost from consuming the grassy terrain.
Yeah.
So then you can, The only downside is you can't have a focus sash, for example, which is maybe what you would want on a whole Lucha a lot of the time. But frankly, it's enough. It's enough to make it mad strong.
It is. It's a good combo. One of the reasons why we raised it to tier 1, but it's now down to tier 2. But continuing with the speed, he also has Electrode, which is one of the fastest mons in the entire
Pokemon
generation spanning. Yeah, exactly.
180 base speed.
150, but even still, like, that's still faster than everything else.
Everything that's not a mega, and remember it can use a choice scarf.
Well, I've actually got up here, so to put it into perspective, the only thing that's faster than it is a Ninjask, which is 160 base.
Ninjask.
Everything
Ninjask
else,
was drafted, wasn't it?
Ninjask was drafted. Everything else that speed ties with it is a mega. So Mega Alakazam, Mega Aerodactyl, Beedrill. Actually, sorry, Beedrill, Sceptile, Excelgor, they are all 145.
145. Aerodactyl was 150, but yeah.
Yeah, so with a choice scarf, it outspeeds everything except for Ninjas.
And Taurus has like 110 speed, 115. It's
one
surprisingly
of those. It's
fast.
110, yeah.
110.
It's one of those, it's like Miltank, which is 100. Yeah, Taurus is 100.
What is it with these cows?
I can remember prepping for. I can't remember what season it was. I can't remember who I was up against, but they had a Taurus, and I just remember
it was Ray.
That was it.
Certain because I had to do the same thing.
And I was just like, shit. If Ray brings Toy Scarf Taurus, it just kills half of my team. It just sheer force twats my team, and they anything that I thought was my sweeper, it just outsped and killed. I was like, what is this tier 5 monster? Oh my god!
I've had that same talk.
Luckily, he didn't bring it, but
again,
Chris may well bring it. So.
He may well bring it.
So
has he got priority?
No. In a word, no.
There's
Prankster on Sableye and Ice Shard on Articuno, and that's.
I was going to say, I don't think.
Question mark?
I don't think. No, Taurus doesn't get quick attack. I remember us looking it up.
Yeah, you are correct.
Electrode doesn't get any.
No. So he has some decent speed stats.
Oh, Articuno got.
Fuck off.
Ice Shard. I already said it. I already said it, JP. Come on.
Sorry, I got a bit of brain fog. Needs defog. So
speed boosting as well isn't great outside of Lucha Unburden.
Yeah, it's not a great.
It's not like he hasn't really got any Dragon Dances or Agilities lurking around. I think Articuno got Agility as well.
It did.
It gets a lot of shit.
Did.
Use it.
Yeah. So overall, we've given this team a 3 out of 5. Because there's some fast mons on there, but that's kind of it. It also the speed does sort of absolutely drop off a train after. Drop off a train? That's a common phrase.
But is the train dropping off?
Yes, that train's off a cliff.
There
so
it
it's
is.
going extra fast off that cliff.
Oh, God.
So which brings us to
after Holucha and Electrode. Yeah.
Which brings us to flexibility, which of course is always controversial. And this was a little bit as well, because I put a lot of stock into Articuno.
And I do not agree in the slightest.
I mean, all we have to do is look at its
Articuno's
move pool,
fine.
and it's like, oh, pretty good.
But then you've got to remember that it's an Articuno.
It's an Articuno.
It's a legendary Pokemon.
It's a legendary
The only thing
shit.
that's bad about it is there's a 4 times weakness to rocks.
That is the
That's a
thing
4 times
that's bad
weakness to
about
rocks. Other than that, it's great.
Not a very good mon. It's tier 5 for a reason. It's not even a great tier 5.
I would say it should probably be tier 4. I'd say it's a very good tier 5.
I'd
Gets a
rather
Roar
but it doesn't get any hail to set it up.
It does.
Well, I guess. I guess it has to set up the hail itself. Does it get hail? Yes, it gets hail.
Yeah.
It has to set up the hail itself, then use Aurora Veil, which it will most likely move second on both of those things because it's only 85 speed. Like,
Yeah, but it's also hella bulky.
With agility, it'll go first.
It's pretty bulky.
so you're going to use agility, then hail, then Aurora Veil. That's 3 turns where you're doing sod all.
And it will live through all of them.
It won't. It's not. Ice is not a good defensive typing.
And then you roost to full heal and PP stall them out. That's the way That's the only way to
bulky
win.
with a healing move.
And then if you have Snow Cloak on it, you'll evade everything.
Look, it's fine. It's fine. It's a good tier 5.
It's totally fine for tier 5.
Not the worst.
But another way it contributes to flexibility is U-turn. So he also has Volt Switch on the Electrode. Am I thinking Lucha gets U-turn?
I also think it has Heal Bell, doesn't it, Articuno?
I think you're right.
It has all of these moves.
Does get
Yeah,
U-turn,
that's have heal on. Yeah.
Yes. So
Freeze,
he's got,
Dry, Heal Bell, Defog, Roost.
so that will come in for
Great
defense,
move.
but yeah, he has got pivoting with Electrode, Articuno, and Lucha, which is very nice.
Yeah. Good bit of Volt Switch in there.
Has he got a bit of Trick Room as well? Chandelier?
I don't know what gets it.
I don't know. I'd Saberline probably gets it.
Chandelier does get it, so he can reset
Okay.
it for all the other people setting it against his Electrode.
Yeah.
Electrode is actually one of the best weather setters as well.
Which I had no idea.
For Rain Dance.
Because
I also get Sunny Day, I think, but Rain Dance, it comes out blisteringly fast, sets up,
It
and then
doesn't
starts
get
hitting
Rain
thunders
Dance,
until it
but
dies,
it-
or explodes.
It doesn't get Sunny Day, it does get Rain
Okay,
Dance.
Rain Dance. It's so, because I know the Barn Street Bidoofs, John, wanted to draft Electrode on his Rain team.
really?
But,
Nice.
but he got sniped. It was the one time he got sniped in the whole draft.
okay.
He was like, no, the Electrode.
Was the
Electro-
Chim who took it from?
Electrode is also a very fast underwaver as well, so he can spread
And
status
does
around.
screens.
Like,
Does screens as well.
Yeah.
It's
It's always better than I give it credit for. Still think it's very
Yeah.
good. I just like its speed just really just kind of like cheats the thing, cheats
You
the
look at
turn.
all of
It's
its stats except for its speed. You're like, this one's not that good. I mean, special attack's only 80. You know, so it doesn't matter because it can hurt you with its aftermath afterwards. So
Yeah.
even if you do kill it, it does load more damage.
Pure
That's
electric is a good type.
Yeah, and you can bamp out from you can just like hit them so fast with a Volt Switch and then pop out to your Mega Steelix and be like, I'm Mega Steelix. I'll take any physical hit you have.
I have a question about Electrode actually. Soundproof. Pokemon is immune to sound-based moves, including Heal Bell. Does that mean that it doesn't get the benefit of Heal Bell, or it stops the opponent's Heal Bell from working?
What does say it stops the opponent?
No. Opposite.
Oh,
Because if your Heal Bell targets your own team, it can't be Heal Belled if your team has.
Even when it's in a Pokeball?
Even when it's in a Pokeball.
Ooh.
I mean, that's what I think.
If that's the way it works, that'd be interesting. I have no knowledge of that. I just looked at it.
Because Heal Bell
weird.
doesn't affect the enemy team, so it doesn't target anybody on the enemy team.
it just no longer affects any Pokemon with the ability Soundproof.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it get changed. So in 2 to 4, it didn't affect it. In Gen 5, the Pokemon with the ability Soundproof were affected by Heal Bell, and then Gen 6 onwards, they're no longer affected.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, if you're trying to state as the Electrode, you're doing something wrong anyway, but...
Yeah,
but
but
if it did...
Just hit it, it'll
Just
die.
hit it. It'll die.
It'll die. But yeah, it's a great lead. And contributes a lot to flexibility.
Yeah.
Which makes this team a 4 out of 5 of flexibility.
Yep. I could very much
Other
agree with
things we
that.
didn't mention was Kyurem can be a mixed attacker. Suicune can be all this.
bulky or
Z
full ball sound.
Z Ice. What's the move it uses for that?
Oh, it's a unique ice move.
Freeze
Shock. I
Freeze
think it is.
Shock. Oh, yes.
Which you would take 2 turns and makes it a bad move, but when you give it a Iceum Z, it actually just makes it an absolutely huge.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Powerful
and it's
ice
better than running like a power herb as well.
Yes.
isn't it?
Do you know what? This actually came up in the Learner League, where because Becky had it, and she was like, "Oh, so because I said you should run the Z Ice thing because it's very good. And then she was like, oh, what about Power Herb because it's a 2-turn move? It's like, well, no, because this is the same thing except for it's more powerful.
Yeah.
On that one turn.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, Lucha, if you, for whatever reason, you didn't have a Bulu one, would also be a good choice for the Power Herb, but to get that unburden.
Yes,
but as he's got the Bulu, then yeah,
that's that was the set that was what he used to run before the Tapu combination and terrains and shit happened. It would use Sky Attack and then Acrobatics to finish everything off. So
Suicune can be more offensive, but usually it's going to be a bulky, impossible to kill thingy.
Yeah, that Crewkerne, the rest sleep talk.
A 4 then for flexibility.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. Pretty flexible. Lots of strats that the team can do as well as a few sort of individual stuff going on.
Yeah.
And talking about Suicune brings us on nicely to defense.
So we have. What do we have? We have good defense. Yeah, Steelix has a huge defense. Tapu Bulu has decent HP and bulk. Kirin Black is actually a surprisingly good wall if you want it to be.
It's got 125 HP.
Yeah, it's
100 defense, 90 special D.
Yeah, and access to Roost as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, pretty good.
It's just this ice typing that lets us down, really.
Yeah.
But at least it protects against the most common sort of ice attacks against Dragon.
Yeah.
Bulu over 100 defense with healing as well from Grassy Terrain.
Terrain and Synthesis and Leech Seed if you want.
Yeah.
Suicune famously uses a Sleep Talk, Calm Mind set. Rest Talk, Calm Mind, so it just, will heal up, can't status it, and it boosts its defenses, and you're like, oh, this thing just won't die. Good. Sableye, Will-O-Wisps everything around the whole team. Oh, we should have mentioned that for status spreading as well.
Yeah, flexibility. Prankster, Sableye.
Yeah.
So many things.
But also, for defense, sets up Calm Mind, or can just Will-O-Wisp everything under the sun.
Does Sableye also get screens?
I think it does. Yes.
What's the other one? Light screen. Okay, it doesn't get screens. It doesn't
get any. Okay. Where are we? Defense. Electrode gets screens.
We talked about it with
Articuno can roost as well. Good recovery, good bulk.
Pretty good. That's a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. I think the only thing that was really lacking was clerical support because all there was the Articuno. I guess you could maybe count the Grassy Terrain like healing everyone. I guess that's all.
But he hasn't got a wish user, has he?
Yeah, and then 4 times weaknesses as well. It's got Bulu to poison. What else we got? Articuno to rock. Yeah, so there's a couple 4 times weaknesses there, which wasn't quite enough to give this a 5 out of 5. Which then leads us on to removal and hazards.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good score so far.
Yeah, this team's had a 5, a 3, a 4, and a 4 so far, so this is sounding like a blisteringly good team. However,
that's a bit of removal.
So, the only 2 things with removal on this team are Defog Articuno and Defog Holucha.
Yes.
Articuno will take half of its life when it comes into defog. Holucha is only neutral to rocks, so it will still take 12%.
However,
but he is also your squishy as hell sweeper that you're gonna need to set up to kill the team with. So really, this team has no way to remove hazards.
Good reliable way.
No good way. There's also no grounded poison type to get rid of toxic spikes. So this team is,
despite Electrode looking like it should
being a ball,
being a very rapid spinning ball, it is not to get access to rapid spin. This team struggles hugely with getting rid of entry hazards, and as such, we have given this team a 1 out of 5 for hazard removal.
1 out of 5. I think it's the first 1 we've given for removal.
Yeah.
I don't think we gave many 1s, but this,
So you heard it here, folks. Get your hazards ready if you're Wapping Wailords.
If your entire removal basis is off a Horluch's defog, you can't get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Hazard setting is not a much better story. The only thing that has any hazards on his whole team is Mega Steelix.
It's our meter stick.
Yes, it's time.
This is time. Reveal.
So you remember the last
has-
episode we mentioned that we had one team that had a particular Pokemon that was our meter stick, and it's this one.
Yeah,
that's right. Steelix is the only thing on his team, has Stealth Rocks. However, it is an incredibly good Stealth Rocker.
Yes.
With access to Sturdy before it Mega Evolves, and then just being a good wall either way.
A lot of defense.
It's always going to get Stealth Rocks up because it's unlikely to get one shot by anything.
So even though this is the only thing that can set up hazards, we have still given this a 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Just because it's got one very good stealth.
Steelix is that good.
Heck of a Stealth Rock.
So this was our yardstick was, is their team better than a Steelix?
Is it better than a Mega Steelix?
Yeah. It's like, okay, or is it the same as a Mega Steelix?
Yeah.
Or there are many rockers the same as a Steelix. It's like,
because there are some teams that have multiple rockers and they're just not very good ones, but it equals about a Mega Steelix, right?
Yeah. So with that last 2 grades bringing this team down a bunch, it makes this team only a 19 out of 30.
Yeah.
We can actually draw some parallels with the Kabutops in a way. The Kabutops got 18, so it was 1 point lower, but they did also score very lowly on the hazards as well. They actually got 2 for removal and 1 for hazards, whereas this is 1 for removal and 2 for hazards.
They were, but the Kabutops were slightly faster, but less flexible and less defensive, which is where they dropped down as well.
So. So that's why it's interesting. Even though a lot of these scores are actually kind of similar, they all have their points in different bits. So this is where the diagram actually is quite nice. So you can see the spread for each team is a little bit different.
Which again, it depends on how much you think hazards are important to. Yeah, because like this is one of the best teams if you discounted all of the hazard and removal points.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it would be like 20 out of 25.
It'd be 16.
It'd be 16 out of 20.
Yeah,
16 out of 20.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, if you discounted them completely, but as it is, it's only a 19 out of 30. But what do you think of the champs team?
Okay, I can do the champs team.
I think they know. Yep.
This is
woof. God, I've just seen the pie chart.
highest scoring team according to you guys. This got 10 S's, 8 A ranks, and 1 B rank.
Who was it?
1 B rank. The way that weighted averages work. Gives it 82.46, which lowers it from an S to an A+.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing got an S.
Yeah. So you might look at that pie chart, you might see
agreed.
You might see that big blue S thing there, but no, it's an A+. But the most popular one is an S rank, so the popular vote.
Yeah.
It is our highest rated team via the survey.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Which unfortunately means no S ranks.
People are scared of this team. And I think they are right to be.
Yeah, good reason to be. However, because it got such a low score on our end, the difference is actually quite stark.
Yes, so while it got 82.46% from you guys, it got 63.3% on ours, which is actually minus 19. So it's the biggest negative
difference that we've got.
Difference,
it all comes down to those hazards and removal.
Yeah,
I voted it an S though.
I didn't. I gave this an A rather than an S.
I think I was an A.
The only team that was that was just bridging that S for me was Joe's. So nothing else for me got that. So,
My God.
When me and PK
I'll give you the fiver later.
When me and PK first looked through all the teams, we actually thought that this was the best team.
Yeah.
At first, looking at a glance.
And
then, when we looked at it through Joe, he was like, what are you chatting about? And people was like, you're right. And I was like, I still want to love it.
On this, the power is obvious on this team.
The power is obvious.
Future, Mega Steelix, Suisun's great. Kieran Black, I don't really like it, but I can see that it's good, even if I would rate it down because I don't really like it and don't think it's great. And then I love Chandelier as well, and I know how good that is. But
his weaknesses aren't so instantly apparent, are they? Like you wouldn't look at this team and think, oh shit, it's terrible at hazards. You look at this team and think, fuck, they've got a Mega Steelix and Kieran Black and a Tapu Bulu.
This is the 12th best team in the league.
Yeah.
That's what this is. No.
Yeah, it all depends on how you weight the hazards and removal, but that is the way our scoring system has been done.
Either way, I think with Chris at the helm, this team's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah. This would be my second best team in the league.
Okay, well, we've got 2 teams left.
2 teams
left. And
I've been looking forward to this
interesting team to talk about.
This one is super interesting, and it is the Sheffield Shedinjas, coached by Ed Pryor, or as I like to call him, Dr. Robotnik, and as I like to call his team, the Sheffield Shedinjas.
There it is. Oh, look at these ones.
Yeah, and here we have another of PK's Megas sniped away from him, the Mega Beedrill.
I never thought this would get sniped.
Mega Blastoise and Mega Beedrill both go before PK gets his look in.
I had to take a fucking Venusaur.
Yeah, of all things, you left him with a Venusaur. You twats. He also got the Rotom Wash and Thunderous Therian in Tier 1. Oh, that's just gross. The Ferrothorn in Tier 2. That's just gross. Alola Mola.
Big Brenda.
That's just gross in Tier 3. Along with
not in Tier 3,
Mienshao.
it's not. In Tier 4, Brenda was gross. In Tier 3,
It was
fine.
broken in Tier 4.
Broken into.
So you did so well.
Still a good pick in Tier 3, to be honest. Still a strong Tier 3. I would say Tier 2 worthy, but...
Gligar in Tier 4.
Happy boy.
Kamala put back into Tier 5. Who got moved up, no one wanted it, and he got moved back into Tier 5. As well as Rampardos and Ninjask in Tier 5.
Oh, there's the Ninjask there.
There is the Ninjask. Well, he's not allowed the Shedinja.
Yeah, that's as close as you can get to mascot points.
Yes,
exactly.
it's soft band. Secret band.
So, offense. So I think there was a bit of debate between us on this one. I think me and JP were fighting the corner. I think PK again was
fighting for a lower number.
Trying to bump you down, man. Trying to bump you down.
I would, because just straight looking at the monsters that he's got in his like sort of like power, he's got a Rotom, a Ferrothorn, and a Alola Mola.
You have picked out his 3 non-offensive mons, but maybe Kamala's not offensive.
I was mainly, talking, just looking at it from the top, like looking at like his power picks.
Oh, sure, like in his top 2 rows, he's got 3.
Like Beedrill, Beedrill is a big physically offensive one. Thunderous is gonna hit you on the special, and then like Mienshao kind of does a bit of offense. It's not like
the 125 physical attack.
Like, I wouldn't consider it.
When
like,
you fake out U-turns into Alola Mola, it's gonna be annoying as hell.
But when looking at when looking at the stats, it actually is like, well, shit,
Beedrill,
actually,
huge physical attack. Rotom still over 100 special attack. That's going to Scald and Volt Turn and Hydro Pump and be annoying.
Yeah, can we just say that this is the Volt Turn team?
Yes, this is the
Volt Turn team. He's got Beedrill, U-turn, Rotom, and Thunderous, Volt Switch, Alola Mola. He has Regenerator, as does Mienshao, but that also gets U-turn. Gligar, U-turn, Kamala, U-turn, is it?
Yeah, it has U-turn.
Kamala gets U-turn.
And Ninjask, U-turn. So it's just the Ferrothorn and the Rampardos and the Alola Mola not getting.
When we get to it, we need to talk about this Kamala.
We will get there. We'll get there on flexibility.
On
we'll
flexibility,
talk about the Kamala.
yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But offense, Rotom over 100 special attack, Thunderous 45 special attack, has access to both Nasty Plot and Sword Stance and Agility, has a decent physical attack as well if you really wanted to run it.
105 for T.
105, so that's pretty decent. Even Ferrothorn is no slouch in physical attack. It's still what,
94. It's
94.
Yeah.
You think, oh, it's a massive wall with 94 physical attack and huge fucking stab
I was
moves.
so upset when we were doing the offense stuff, and it was like he can't score high. He's got a low Momola and Ferrothorn, and then.
That's 94 and a 75 attack there, JP.
Yeah, I know. And thanks to the criteria of everything
Mindshao with 125 physical attack. Even it's not terrible.
Gligar has 75, but it has Sword Stance.
Sword Stance.
Mian Shao has Reckless.
And Sword Stance.
And
Sword Stance. Ninjask, Sword Stance. Rampardos has stupid attack. Dummy attack. Was it
fucking
170 or something? 167.
Oh yeah, Rampardos was another thing that it has 165 and sheer force.
Sheer force or mold breaker.
Yeah,
Sword Stance on the Kamala as well.
Sword Stance on
Kamala.
Did we say Thunderous with Nasty Plot?
Yeah. So he has a bunch of high stats, a bunch of boosting, a good mix of sweepers, wall breakers, and bulky attackers. Has everything. We had to give this a 5 out of 5 for offense.
It is a 5 out of 5.
That for sure.
Yep. So moving on to speed. Now, again, we've got some fast mons here. We've got
surprise to me.
Beedrill's fast as hell, obviously, you can tell that. Thunderous has 101. Mindshell's 105. So fast.
Can we just go back to the Thunderous? So 101 is really crucial, actually, because it outspeeds everything in that 100 speed bracket. So when we talk about speed tiers, Thunderous Therian is actually, very, very good in the speed tier department.
Outspeeds your Celebes, your Victinis, your Mews.
That 1 point is
Salamence. Flygon.
Which is another reason why Garchomp at 102 is just that slightly power correct speed tier.
Yes.
When we talk about speed creeping, this is Game Freak doing speed creeping for you already. So but you've got agility on Gligar.
Agility. Kamala.
Ninjask is the fastest thing in the world.
Yeah,
and
we were talking about earlier with
Electrode that we were talking about is incredibly fast. Ninjask actually has a faster base speed at 160 and also gets the ability Speed Boost, which raises its speed every turn.
So even if that's a Choice Scarf Electrode, all he has to do is protect a turn and he's as fast to it. He's speed ties.
He's faster.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Is it actually faster? Is it? No, it would be the same. Oh,
yeah, it's got 10 extra base speed.
Yeah. Sorry, you're right. I got confused.
Yeah.
Brain fog.
So he can speed, but he doesn't even need to have full speed IVs. DVs even.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's there's a good mix of speed,
that's a lot of speed.
Stats, and speed tiering across the board, and a good bunch of boostings. Lacking some abilities to help boost, but that's kind of it,
so there was the speed boost on an already incredibly fast thing.
Yeah.
He has an ability, but it's a bit sort of pointless.
I think the other area that this team was lacking was priority, right? It's Mindshell's fake out.
Oh, I don't know about that. When you look at your boy Kamala.
Kamala gets Sucker Punch.
Okay, so it was Kamala and Mindshell fake out, and that was it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe a quick attack float.
No, I don't think I think we even looked up quick attack.
Oh, yeah.
A quick
I think
attack
maybe it was Beedrill that we were looking at. It was Beedrill doesn't get it, and Thunderous doesn't get it.
The priority and the lack of some abilities to help boost, then this just misses out on the 5.
Yeah.
I think this was a 4.5 that we rounded down to a 4 because we just didn't feel like we could give it the full 5 beans.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, 4 out of 5 for speed here. Still a very fast team. Paired with that offense, nasty stuff.
Very nasty.
Moving on to flexibility. So
now we can start talking.
Right. Back to Kamala.
Okay.
Come on, it's so much better than I gave it credit because I didn't really understand its ability. Its ability is comatose, which comatose even, not comatose. So it means it can't be status and is considered asleep. And when I initially thought that, I thought it was going to be similar to a truant, which means every other attack, it wouldn't hit or it'd have to wake up before it could do anything. But that isn't the case at all. And also, things like Mold Breaker don't ignore this ability. Like,
oh, really?
So it will,
okay.
yeah. So it will stay considering to be asleep. And then
so how would Mold Breaker work with Comatose then? Sorry. So if you use the Mold Breaker mod,
it has no interaction with it.
It can't ignore the ability.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it will stay unable to be statused.
So, for example, Mold Breaker Excadrill can't use Toxic on Kamala.
No, it won't.
Okay.
No, it's the same with like Terravolt and that that sort of whole line.
I mean, I don't think Black's going to care about Kamala. Gonna be honest.
There's only two downsides to the ability. Yeah. One is you can't use Rest because you're already asleep.
Yes.
2 is you are always able to be hit by Dream Eater or Nightmare.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a very good ability. So
for sure.
Yeah. And then it also gives it an immunity to Toxic Spikes as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't be... So a normal type that's immune to Toxic Spikes, which is always helpful.
Well, then we get to its move pool.
And then we looked further, and we were like, this mon is amazing.
Bulk Up, Calm Mind, Swords Dance,
Rapid Spin, Sucker Punch, U-Turn,
Wish. It's a cleric as well.
Yeah.
It's
things like Zen Headbutt, like if it wants to, like Shadow Claw, crit, gets knockoff. Like
mon is ridiculous.
It's got all the utility you could ever want out of it.
Swallow. Stockpile.
Stockpile and Swallow.
Actually good,
Acrobatics, like if it wants it, like
Roll out.
to get through screens. Like this mon does so many things.
Last Resort. You can just stick something Last Resort.
But as always,
last resort.
this is not the tier 5 review. This is the team review.
No, but we were just highlighting how flexible Kamala
just this
is.
on. Like,
I mean, this is a 5 just on Kamala, right?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah, so we couldn't give it to Articuno, so we can't give it to Kamala.
Multiple strategies wise, this team has Volt Turn out the ass, as it is the Volt Turn team. Does have a good weather team in there. There's a nice little rain team. You've got Alola Mola, Rotom, Thunderous, and Ferrothorn will love the rain. So decent.
Alola Mola can also be more offensive with things like Ice Beam as well. Like Alola Mola gets like Ice Beam and Blizzard and like Aqua Ring, Aqua Jet. So even like Calm Mind as well, so it doesn't just have to be offensive, even though it will almost certainly be. Like,
there was a little bit of type doubling up across the teams, right? You had a
couple of water types.
He has 3 flying types,
couple of electric
types, 2 water types. Yeah, it's like there's a bit of all sort of doubling up there, which hasn't helped the flexibility. In that area.
Yeah, we couldn't. This out of all the teams, we had to say was mostly limited by sort of type spam,
this is like the rain team, I guess. So
even the rain team, I feel like they had fewer double up on types than this team does.
Then the only thing is the mons themselves aren't that flexible. So Beedrill is just going to hit stuff. Rotom is either going to hit stuff or defog and then switch out. Thunderous is going to boost and hit stuff. Ferrothorn is a wall. Alola Mola is going to wish and a wall. Mind Shell's going to either like pivot and get stuff out of there or hit stuff.
They're going to nut you.
Same for Gligar, really.
Gligar's limited
to do
by
everything.
It needs the Eviolite, so it can't have healing item.
Rampardos literally only has one
move.
One play in its playbook, and that is to just smash something.
Absolutely not something.
Does Rampardos get agility? Not that, I mean, 2 times 0 is still 0, but no, it doesn't.
I don't believe it does. Or even Rock Polish, I don't think it gets.
Does it not get Rock Polish?
I didn't think
it does get Rock Polish. Okay, it does get Rock Polish. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, hang on. But thanks to diminishing returns, if we go back to Ampharos, it's actually really good.
2 times nothing is still nothing. 58. So it's faster than Ampharos.
Yeah, it'll outspeed some stuff after agility.
Oh, fuck! It gets Earthquake!
My team is undone.
Oh, God. And Outrage, so it can hit it. Oh, an Ice Beam.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the ice beam, but yeah.
Incinerate, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam. Oh, the special Rampardos.
No.
Actually, sorry, yeah, it can use Avalanche, so it doesn't need ice beam.
Yeah, there we go. So there were a few areas letting it down, which brings this team down to a 3 out of 5 for Flames.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent, but it's mainly just a Volt turn team.
Yeah.
Volt turn team with a bit of weather, and that's kind of it. With a little bit of type doubling up and things. So, defense. Yeah. So the Rotom, pretty defensive. Nice sort of bulk on that. Ferrothorn is a Ferrothorn. Alola Mola has huge defensive HP.
It's huge HP.
Decent Isn't it physical defense still like 95 as well? And it's
80. So it's 80, but it does have 165 HP.
Yeah.
And
so
does get one of the screens as well.
Yeah.
It is only
Screens
45 on the special defense though, so Thunderbolt is your only real option of doing damage to it.
But I mean, the HP does somewhat
go
somewhat
yes, absolutely,
especially
like
if you've already got a wish coming down on you. Like
even Gligar with the Eviolite is going to be hella tanky. Kamala's no slouch and can boost its defenses with Stockpile, as we've mentioned.
Doesn't also get like amnesia.
Yeah, probably.
No, it doesn't. It'll be too good. It'll be too good.
So yeah, overall, there's a good bunch of defensive stats on these mons.
Yep. His tanks can heal themselves. Ferrothorn, Leech Seed, Alomomola with Wish, Kamala with Wish,
Gligar with a Roost.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Rotom
Wash that didn't really get anything. Oh, it was Pain Split. Yeah.
Pretty sure
Pain Split is what it's got.
It does. So it also get Pain Split.
Yeah. Even I think Leech Life Beedrill, if you really want to get it. Or did it not have it? I remember we looked it up, but I couldn't remember if it had it or not.
It doesn't have it, which is really weird.
Okay. Because it doesn't bite, right? That's the whole thing with Leech Life. It's all bitey, where that's all stingy.
Just a stingy,
Yeah, it's not bitey. Mean Shower gets a Drain Punch, though. So.
Beedrill also gets Tailwind if you really want.
Oh, yeah. That's the only merit of a non-Mega Beedrill is that it can set up Tailwind.
Yeah,
it's literally it gets Tailwind, Toxic Spikes, but it dies before it does either of those things.
And the really niche scenario that came up in the
an untiered mon
to
not die to a foul play and then KO back.
Oh God, yeah, that was.
That was next
team is lacking a bit of clerical support because I think it's only Kamala with Heal Bell and Alomomola with Wish. So it's not terrible, but
I thought Alomomola also got something else clerical.
We got
I think
Refresh to cure itself.
That cures itself.
It also gets Healing Wish as well, if we were counting that.
Healing Wish is not to be sniffed at. So
not that many teams have picked that up.
Yeah. So there's a bit of clerical support there. 4 times weaknesses. What do we have? Ferrothorn to fire, Gligar to ice, Ninjask to rock. And that's it, I think. So.
Yeah. I think bad. One of the main things was he didn't have like a flat out special wall. Like he's got good physical bulk with Alomomola and Ferrothorn, but especially he's a little on the weaker side.
Ferrothorn can still be can be built either way, right?
I mean, it's got 116, but that was
still like nearly as good. Alomomola mainly HP. It is worse on that special side.
Yeah, it's 45 compared to its 80 defense, so it's mainly a physical.
Like Rotom's just bulky and the same, equally bulky, isn't it? But
Rotom's just
it doesn't really have great recovery. So
no, it'll pain split up.
But all round, pretty damn good on the whole defensive. I mean, you got a Alomomola, Ferrothorn, and a Rotom Wash. The
defense we were very close to giving this a 5, I think, but there was certain. Was it certain?
It was like lack of heal bell, wasn't it?
It was the only way to heal any of his statuses is with that Kamala down in tier 5.
Yeah, so, and the Rotom and the Alomomola do not want to be statused.
Yeah, so
they can heal themselves, but that's Alola can heal themselves, but that's it. Yeah.
But if you're running refresh, then you're not running because you want to run Scald,
Protect,
Wish,
and knock off.
Either knock off or a toxic.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're all the healing wish,
all the
the default.
It doesn't get default. It's a fish.
All the screen that it does get.
I believe it gets the light screen rather than
So it's like maybe that refresh might not make it onto most sets. It might do. You might just be like, nope, my Alola never leaving. Have a schools and piss off.
It doesn't get the one that ups its defense, but it gets light screen, so it ups its special defense.
Okay. So actually, you just put all your points into defense and then just boost it up with the light screen.
You put all, well, you put them into defense and special
or you
defense.
can put them all in special defense and then Scald to burn them. So
so it goes you usually sort of split it between the two, and you give it some HP to get it over a certain threshold, but you don't need to give it much because its HP is so fucking massive. There's a lot of math behind it, that people have already worked out. So
but overall, 4 out of 5 for defense.
4 out of 5.
Close to the 5.
Removal time. So.
Removal coming out of his ass.
He's got Defog on Rotom, Defog on Thunderous Tea, Defog on Gligar, Rapid Spin on Kamala, Defog on Ninjask.
Yeah.
Maybe even Defog on Beedrill?
Beedrill, I think, does get it.
Does indeed get Defog, and it's also his grounded poison type.
Yeah, and
because even though it's a B, it's not a flying type.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Defoggers, a Rapid Spinner, and a grounded poison type.
Yeah.
Defogger Rotom is a neutral Defogger. Gligar, neutral Defogger. Kamala, neutral Defogger. Like Ninjask, not a neutral Defogger. Don't be defogging with that.
Ninjask sort of got discounted because
so you have to cut
so many things.
Even if you ignore the Kamala, not the Kamala, the Ninjask can't be ignoring that Kamala. You still have 3 good removal sources. From Rotom, Gligar, and Kamala. So
he's got everything. He's got everything.
Got everything there on removal, and you couldn't really ask for more, which is why we have given this a 5 out of 5 for removal.
So if you count it along home, there's some numbers here.
We got some numbers going on. So it's just hazards left.
Hazards, which is where it falls. No, not really.
Not really.
Hazard setting, you've got a Ferrothorn there, so that is rocks and spikes. So great stuff from that. We have rocks on the Gligar, rocks on the Rampardos, and toxic spikes on the Beedrill. Is the other thing we can't discount. I think it came out that the only thing he was missing is some sticky webs. And he has stuff that are all good at setting those hazards.
He has good letters for everything.
Definitely.
Overall, if he had those sticky webs, it would be a 5, but without it, it's a 4 out of 5.
It is a 4 out of 5.
Which brings this team's total to a 25 out of 30.
Which is far and away the highest we've given.
This is our highest rated team. It is very fantastic across the board. That's pretty much all you can say about it. Even if you discounted the removals and hazards, which are very high, still, it's still going to be 18 or something out of 20. So it's still huge. Even it's just he's managed to draft an amazing team here.
Yes.
And Ed is a very, very good player. So
he will pivot about with that U-turn team and not care that it's that he's chipping away at you rather than outright damaging you.
And I, for one, am not looking forward to being in the same group as him. Are
you in this group then?
Yes, it is me, Ed, the Wapping Wailords, and the Bristol City Bewears. We were saying, "Ooh, that's a tough group for Mark and Alan against the 2 evil geniuses of the league."
Yes.
Not my quote, someone else's quote. But
it's my quote.
Jeez.
It's like enjoy that, guys.
Yeah,
Good luck.
have fun.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But I'm not looking forward to trying to fight this team.
I'm so happy it's not in my group. Oh god.
Yeah.
You'll probably bump into them eventually.
Yeah. I got Rob out of the red group, which I have never beaten, but I'd still rather face Rob than this team.
We'd all rather fight Rob than this team.
Although,
Rob's also rated very well.
Yeah. And there's a question that needs to be asked.
Well, you know what we think. What do you think of this team?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could tell you that the Sheffield Shedinjas, they scored 5 S ranks, 11 A ranks, and 3 B ranks, giving an overall percentage of 70.18, which equates to an A rank.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Pretty standard.
I was one of those B ranks.
You were one of the B ranks, really?
Yeah. You were in the know.
You were in the know and on the panel of judges giving this.
And thinking about it now, I'm like, how have I given this? I'm not sure.
Was it late? Were you half asleep?
Were you just angry? Were you angry that it wasn't your team?
I was thinking, I'm not sure what I'm not seeing out of this group.
Well, okay, we'll put it this way. Even if you did give it an S rank, it would still be an A rank overall. I don't even think it would make it to it might make it to an A+, but I don't think.
What's the difference then between
the difference? So it works out for our rating, 25 out of 30 is 83%, which is 13 different. 13% positive. So we rated it 13% higher. But interestingly, we gave it the same percentage as everyone else gave the Luton Town Charmeleons.
Oh, okay.
So that's how good we think this team is. We think it's as good as
we think it's as good as you think they are.
So we think it's pretty much an S rank, and I voted this an S.
Yeah, I think this is I also gave this an S.
Like
one of my 3 S ranks.
Looking at it, I can see why I gave it a B, but it should be an A.
Why?
I think so. Looking at it, it's like, okay, when I was looking, it's like nothing's going to come out and just kill me, which is why I would put it. Well, it should be an A. Yeah. But I looked at it and I'm like, I'm not scared of that, man. I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of that one.
You've got to not think about it that way, though. You have to think that there's going to be a Mian Shao that's hit the field first, and we can do the Bewears or the Thunderous kills you.
So, like, again, I've just kind of flipped back and forth. So I'll know why I gave it a B, but I shouldn't have given it a B. It should be an A at least to me. I don't think it's an S. I think it's a solid A.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
but when I was looking at it, I now can think, because like, oh, that's probably why I did it, because I was looking, it's like, don't really care about that. That's annoying. Don't really care. That's annoying. Yeah. And it's like, oh boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. When we first looked at this team, we didn't actually think rate it that highly, but we didn't.
No.
Again, all the power's kind of invisible until you look at it and you realise that he's actually got the god you.
We were like, oh god, he's actually.
Yeah.
He's got a hell of a team here, and he's backed it up with amazing hazard and removal. He's just all round.
I'm just not looking forward to him like U-turn or Volt switching into a choice scarf Rampart or just going to one shot your face. It's going to nut you.
We're like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is all around a great team.
Our favourite.
And it will only be great. Its flexibility brings it down, so it can only be great. And nothing else.
Yeah, it's a middling flexibility. So it's like, well.
It might not surprise you, but it's always going to be as good as possible.
It's always going to be as good as you think it's going to be.
Yeah. So, well done, Ed.
Yeah, well done.
Well done. Slow clap.
Yeah.
And that brings us on to
final team.
A far more C+ team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
this team has got C+ written all over it.
And that concludes the Draft Aalysahs. We do.
I had some thoughts about this team. Let's put it that way.
I can't even remember what I thought of this team. Okay. Oh, yeah, you
who
did.
Is this?
You did.
Who is this team?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's on the screen, sorry. It's the Ealing Elekids, otherwise known as the Ealing Elekids, coached by Sam
Everyone's
Allner.
favourite Sam Allner's team. The last place in the draft, which I think would have been is a very good position to be in.
Last place on.
You'll find out.
You'll find out.
Alright, so let's have a little gander at the squad. We've got a Mega Aerodactyl, Volcarona in Tier 1, making it all the way down to last pick, Zeraora, and Metagross, and Como in Tier 2s. He's packing a lot of Tier 2s this time, instead of the Tier 3s.
Yeah.
Primarina in Tier 3.
Yeah.
Rotom Mo in Tier 4, and Lipard, Piloswine, and Vileplume in Tier 5.
Yeah.
There we go, that's the squad. I had opinions on 2 Mons in particular.
I had opinions on almost all of this team.
You had opinions on his top half. I had opinions on his bottom half.
Damn right, I do.
I feel I had to sort of negotiate this team between. it was like 2 divorced parents, and I had to sort of be the lawyer in between and media. Like, won't somebody think of the children? And
One of my children is on there. So come on.
Should we
Terry
start
was
it
a
in
great-
classic JP fashion? Start at the bottom and then head to the top, because we'll finish on PK's argument. I questioned the presence of the Rotom-Mow and the Vileplume. I think one of them is probably fine, not both of them. The doubling, I just didn't see what he was gaining from doubling up with this team on the grass type and the electric type. I feel like Rotom-Mow being a completely different mon means that Vileplume and Zeraora have their place, or taking out the Vileplume, at least then you have your levitating electric grass type.
Vileplume will probably never come into any games, let's be honest.
Vileplume will be able to do anything. It gets Strength Sap, it's his grounded poison type, it's a different, it hits on the same side, it is a much different mon in my mind than Rotom-Mow.
And
which is a mon I very much like. I really like Rotom-Mow.
And with a Sun team lurking around, ooh, that chlorophyll.
Yes. So this is actually quite nice to fight Rob's team in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just felt that. I just felt like.
Oh, Rob, you better be quaking in your boots. That Vileplume is coming for you.
No.
Tanya
on
would
his
tell him all about
Vileplume squad as well. But yeah, I just felt like. I know why the Rotom's there now, because obviously it's his defogger and it's his levitator, but I still
and it's a very good
agree with
tier 4.
it.
Like,
yeah, I just didn't agree with it with the
Vol.
Vileplume there as well. So one of them had to go, in my opinion. But
I feel that's so like, much ado about nothing.
As a tier 4 and 5 connoisseur, I'm sorry, but
that's
your area. But I think
shall we go
great job
into
on the
offense?
top. No,
is there
because
anything else?
we've got PKs.
Whereas,
PKs,
I just want to give my
okay.
counter argument to this.
Yeah.
About the top half. Obviously, I love Como. I had a lot of fun with the Aerodactyl Mega.
Clang.
But clanging full. But this to me is a team of good enough. So all of those mons,
second best.
Well, yes,
Bridesmaids, never the bride.
This is a second best. These are good enough replacements for the things in those tiers. Like, Aerodactyl is a fine Mega, but it wouldn't be, again, a first pick. Even though he was last pick, he had a choice of, 2 priority picks. So he could have gone for like the best tier 2, the best, in some other tier. But Volcarona for me is not the highest priority tier 1.
It's a problematic tier 1.
Yeah, it's a problematic. Zeraora, Metagross, and Como are good tier 2s, but they are not things that I would think you'd want to first pick, which he would have had the choice of because he was.
Zeraora is the I didn't get Tapu Koko.
Yeah, and I don't want to
Zeraora. Yeah, it's sort of.
Como is like it's a fine dragon, but whatever. Metagross, Metagross, I still think it's slightly too. It's not a tier 2 that I would say is very. It's not a high tier 2. Like it's a fine tier 2. I maybe see it on the lower end than other people. But again, it's not one that I would consider, you got to pick that Metagross in tier 2. And then again, finally with Pre-Marina, he knows a lot about his tier 3s, but Pre-Marina, it's just whatever.
It's decent.
It's decent. This is a team of decent, but not stellar. Right?
Yeah, you look at it, you go, oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty
good. But you don't go, wow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
shall we get...
No, because I have to do my counter. So
20 minutes, JP! 20 minutes!
I completely agree.
7 hours long.
I completely agree that this isn't a team of, your first pick mons. Though I do think that Volcarona is absolutely first pick worthy because that thing can win games on its own, and we've seen it do it.
That's why it's a tier 1.
Exactly.
No one's saying that any tier 1 is bad, but they can all win games on their own.
It's harder to play with than other tier mons, and its outright power is not as good as, others. It's
I think you're underrating that. I think you're underrating Metagross a lot as well. I think you're underrating Primarina. But I think that the fact that he's managed to get, sure, he hasn't got the best of everything in those top things. The combination of having the second best of everything means he's actually got a very strong squad.
He's got a solid squad, but you need star players. You can't. It's not
this reflects a lot on his tierings, right? So on his personality, he's a person. No, the fact that his spread is he's got 3 tier 2s and only 1 tier 1 and 1 tier 3 means that he's got more of that sort of high power, but he hasn't got the top echelon. But he's still got
Aerodactyl. Was that does that cost him a point, or is it neutral?
No, that's a neutral mega.
Okay, I'd say that's a good neutral.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It's 150 speed. It's good attack.
Yeah.
It's rock.
I would argue that is probably one of the better, if not the best, neutral mega you could have picked.
Sure. It's a good enough.
It's a poor man's Lopunny. It's a poor man's Lopunny. It's nothing like
Lopunny.
It does the same job of fast salty thing.
Gentlemen,
shall
we do the deep dive? Shall we get into this?
Let's get into hazards. I'm ready.
Offense. Okay. So, right. Do they have high attack stats and special attack stats? Yes. Aerodactyl. Yeah. Volcarona. Yes. Zeraora. Yes. Even Primarina's no slouch, Como's no slouch, Metagross 130.
Barplume's 110.
Yeah, Piloswine's not bad either, right?
Actually are though.
Piloswine is 100.
Aerodactyl is 135. Volcarona 135. Zeraora 112 on attack. Metagross is 135. Como is 110.
100.
Primarina, just for a second, it's 126. So he's got a lot of things that are sort of decently over 100.
I mean, don't forget Rotom. All the Rotoms have the same offensive stats. So that's going to be 100.
Yeah, it always seems weird. That
or whatever. 105. It's always 105, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 105 for the special attack and 107.
So, and then on top of that, you've got the Volcarona with the Quiver Dance, Como with the Dragon Dance,
and Belly Drum.
And Belly Drum. Yeah,
it's quite common.
Yeah. Okay. Metagross with something.
It gets agility, but I don't know if
agility and Meteor Mash.
Meteor Mash more often.
That's what it is.
I'm just double checking it doesn't get Sword Stance. It gets Power Up Punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has 2 ways to do that.
I think Lipard gets Nasty Plot and Sword Stance.
Lipard, very good user of Choice Band Knockoff. Knockoff.
No, it's a knockoff cat. The knockoff cat.
The knockoff cat. God. It's a rip-off of Meowstic.
I think missing some...
The real
you've got a fence boosting ability there on Aerodactyl as well, because that's what it's tough. It's strong. No, it's tough claws.
It's tough. Yeah.
Claws.
All contact moves have their damage timed by 1.
Pokemon's contact
3?
Moves. Yeah.
1.3 or 3.
Yep,
so it's like a life orb.
Yeah. But for most moves. Not Earthquake though. Doesn't work on Earthquake.
No.
Or quickly.
But does it work on Stone Edge?
I think so. I think Stone Edge is
I don't remember if Stone Edge is a contact
I think Stone Edge is a contact move.
You want to check that real quick?
The animation doesn't look like it is because it looks like a bunch of rocks just like fly up.
Yeah.
It does not make contact.
Really?
Bulbapedia, Stone it.
So what's its highest base power rock move that it can use to get Tough Claws?
Well, it usually still uses Stone Edge just for the power.
Sure.
I don't think Rock Slide will make contact either. If Stone Edge doesn't, Rock Slide probably doesn't.
So really, then it's just for
it's
things
for the
like
fangs,
Fire Fang, Ice Fang.
Yeah, it gets a lot of the fangs.
And also your flying move, your like Aerial Ace and whatnot. That
that's another thing why it's not like a top tier mega, because it's flying. It doesn't really have a lot of flying.
Yeah,
sure.
Doesn't get if it had Brave Bird, that would be a hell of a fucking hell. That would be monstrous.
Roxladu does not make contact.
No.
Roxladu does not make contact. Okay. No. Yeah, so I guess it is just for its other moves.
Yeah, it helps its coverage be powerful enough to still be run. Okay. But yeah, overall, good mix of things. Doesn't quite have. What is he missing here? Actually, he kind of ticks all the boxes. I think this was another 4.5.
Yeah,
it downgraded to a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, because it ticked the boxes, but it wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough. Yeah.
Which, as we
said, they're like, "What more do you want?" I can feel it.
We'll see, but this is going to be the issue with a lot of his team. Not gonna lie, as I even alluded to. It's good. Not great.
Not good enough. Fair enough. Speed then. Let's have a look at speed. We have Fast Aerodactyl, we have Quiver Dancing, and base 100 Volcarona. Zeraora's
143.
Yeah, fast.
Metagross got agility.
Yeah. Como with Dragon Dance. Lipard with Prankster and is fast as hell anyway.
And Unburden.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty fast team. Speed boosting moves, pretty good. I think priority is where it's lacking.
Piloswine was his only priority, wasn't it?
Metagross gets Bullet Punch and Piloswine with Ice Shard, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So that was somewhere where he did fall down. He doesn't really have any... Oh, yeah, it has the Unburden, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was... He had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's pretty... yeah.
His speed overall is pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. However,
the lack of priority kind of hurt him.
That was the thing that bumped him down from. Again, I think this was a 4.5, and then we were like, the priority brings it down to a 4 out of 5.
There.
But yeah, it's only
Metagross,
and
only Metagross.
It's really
Ice Shard, Piloswine.
Yeah.
A Sucker Punch. I think he gets Sucker Punch on a couple of things.
Maybe a Lipard.
Pretty sure Lipard gets it. Lipard's got to get Fake. Yeah, Lipard gets Fake Out as well.
Oh yeah, it was Fake Out.
And Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
So another 4 out of 5 there for speed. So then moving on to flexibility. We have Zeraora's great lead, can Volt Switch, but kind of doesn't really have great Volt Turn across the team. It's like what Aerodactyl and Zeraora, that's kind of it. Both of whom are good leads, so you're kind of doubling up on leads there.
I mean, Aerodactyl can't switch out, but yeah.
Can it not? Does it not get U-turn?
Nope.
Oh,
no.
Wow.
Another thing that knocks it down.
This team's not... it doesn't really have much of a weather thing going on. Vileplume has Chlorophyll and Volcarona will like the sun.
It'll have things that will benefit from it, but it's not necessarily going to want to set out for itself.
No, exactly. Again, its setter would be sand for Como.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Okay. Why for Como?
I mean, the fact that it gets Sandstorm. That's what I meant.
Oh, right. But you wouldn't really want to set up.
No, that's the thing. It gets that. You may get a sunny day, but that. He doesn't really have sand setters on that much to use them.
Type-wise,
the point I was trying to make.
He's got 2 electric types, 2 grass types. That's about it, really. Everything else is kind of pretty well spread out.
Yeah.
Not much of an issue there.
In terms of what the Mons do, Pre-Marina can be choice specs Moonblast, or it can be
defensive.
yeah.
But I mean,
a bit more
really,
offensive.
Aerodactyl is going to be fast and hitty. Volcarino's going to quiver dance or even Joy Scarf and hit stuff.
Yeah,
You can
Sarah-
sub.
It can
Yeah,
sub
some
Roosters,
Swarm,
but
maybe, but
yeah, it's not
it's
the best.
frail.
Zeraora is just going to be a fast hitty turner.
Yeah, Metagross is going to boost and hit you. Like,
Boost
it's either going
or-
to
it's
be
either
weakness,
bulky
weakness
attack.
policy or agility. Or...
Yeah, stuff like that.
I would reserve judgment on Metagross. I think we kind of need to see what it's actually going to do in draft.
It's a bulky hitter. It can do it in a number of different ways, but it is a bulky hitter.
And it has ways to boost, but it's going to be bulky with a good typing and hit you.
You're
Combo
down
can
on it.
hit. I am.
No, it's
I
perfectly good.
I kind of think it could be a tier 3, but we'll see. Comma can hit both
fine.
sides. It can do the belly drum. It can just be a choice specs. It can do a lot of things. Be the dragon dancer. Good stab. Like,
Same Como. Como's actually can be a mixed attack.
Yeah,
it can clang pretty well.
Yeah,
so
that's
yeah,
what I was saying.
Can mix
is
attack
kind
as
of
well as
flexible.
Hydreigon can.
Probably even worse than the But boy, do I.
It does get Dragon Dance, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does get Dragon Dance, yeah.
for sure.
It also gets Autotomize if you really want to be speedier than something. Which I used in one game. Turn one Autotomize to beat something.
Yeah.
Or belly drum if you don't want to be faster than them, you just want them dead. Primarina's pretty mixedy. It can sort of be a bulky thing. It can be a choice spexy thing. It can be a bound thing.
Perish Song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of it's pretty.
Sparkling
yeah,
Aria.
you don't know whether it's going to come out with an assault vest and be annoying, or if it's going to come out with a choice specs and kill everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Lipard is probably his most flexible thing because Lipard can
Lipard's
set
sick.
weather. Lipard can set rain and sun. I think it can nasty plot. It can choice band, sucker punch, and with it gets unburden. It gets
Unburden and
prankster.
prankster, yeah.
It does that stuff. Like, that is his flexibility, really.
Gets gunk shot as well.
It does get gunk shot. Yeah.
Oh, Tapu Bulu! You were meant to die. Was it? Was it the Bulu, or was it something on sound? No, it was. Hang on. What did I try and gunk shot?
I don't know.
When I had the Lipard, it was season.
Oh,
3.
yeah. It was, wasn't it last season? I thought.
No, I think it was last season
season
because it was season 3 because it was against Sam Warner, I'm pretty sure, and he read me and switched out. I know. I think he had the Bulu, and then I tried to surprise turn 1 gunk shot it, and then he switched out and blew my load and the
Blew your
game went.
Oh,
horrible.
yeah.
Do all the cats get gunk shot? Is this meant to be them like is it meant to be a toilet joke or a they're out there peeing
don't think
on
Meowstic
stuff?
does.
Well, Persian did. Persian got gunk shot.
Meowth gets it, but Meowstic doesn't. Like,
Meowstic doesn't.
Pyroar doesn't
No.
get it.
because it's a fiery cat.
It's a lion. Lions are cats. They're just big ones.
Yeah,
Or is it just
fiery.
dark
It's
type
mainly
things,
dark.
then?
It's mainly dark and poison types.
Skuntank. Does Skuntank get it? Sorry, you got to have a
Must
Skuntank.
Must do.
Skuntank does not get it.
It gets poison jab.
Does.
It gets poison jab.
Yeah.
Skuntank doesn't get gunk shot.
No, it doesn't.
That
Believe me,
skunk
I've
that
used it.
shoots
Yeah,
fucking.
I have used it, and it does not
It's a
get it.
tank.
Believe me.
A poison tank.
Yeah, but
It even shoots like a tank with its shotty tail.
Yeah.
I am very aware of this. I'm very happy
Get
about
sludge
it.
bomb.
You get things like
That's it.
Things like Amber Pom and Chinchino get it as well. Like
Skuntank.
We're
gets
a
Memento.
Digimon league from now on.
Memento.
Yeah.
Fuck Pokemon. They're right. It's Digimon only from here on.
all that
Skuntank
gets
can
gunk
join
shot as well.
Aurorus in Pokemon that doesn't get a move it should definitely learn.
Teddy Ursa gets it. That right?
Teddy
Oh,
Ursa
normal
get Teddy Ursa!
Yeah. Ursaring gets it. Yeah, Vigoroth, Watchog, Zigzagoon,
Watchog.
Toucannon.
Oh god, I forgot that's even a Pokemon.
There's a lot
Like
of
a
normal
meerkat
types that
thing
get
with
this
a
as well.
vest on.
Like
Yeah.
in
Ivers.
Pipicac. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Top Pippi. Okay. Right.
So this is
Where were we? We were doing
And
flex, weren't we?
flexibility.
Yeah. So most of his flexibility is Lipards.
Yeah. So like, it's pretty
He's got some
flexible,
stuff.
but really, we've given this a 3 out of 5.
A moderate 3.
yeah.
Again, it's probably a 3.5 that we're like.
I think it was mainly like most of his top stuff kind of do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Other than like Como being a mix.
And it hit you on one side or the other.
Yeah. It's not till you get to the lower tiers that you're like, oh, this gets a bit wacky.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that,
he's got a little bit
still
of
fine. A perfectly
type
average.
spam.
Bit of jank
about.
Right.
Like, I feel like he doesn't bring the Rotom.
Yeah, a couple of cover types, Rotom and Zeraora.
Yeah. And then he has to bring
I don't think he brings... If he brings Rotom and Vileplume to a game, that's a very weird and wrong game for him, I think.
I feel like he just brings the top 6 and calls it a day.
Pretty much.
This is a Tom Goodsir team to me. Maybe Piloswine rocks up every now and then.
The Piloswine could come occasionally, and the Lipard just to like sort of be a lead and set up stuff.
I mean, but
really, at least 5 out of the top 6 are coming every
day. If 5 out of top 6 are coming, what's going to be the defensive one, as we'll get into now.
Yeah, that brings us on to the defense.
I ain't done talking about flexibility. No, we can talk about
so, high stats. We have Volcarona actually has surprisingly good
special defense, isn't it?
Yeah, and it will boost it via Quiver Dancing and gets Roost, so not terrible there. Primarina isn't like particularly bulky.
It's 116.
There you go. Oh, actually, 116.
Yeah, Volcarona was 105 for special D.
Okay, so Primarina is actually pretty damn bulky, and then usually quite often it has an assault vest to boost that. No real recovery outside of Aqua Ring though. Yeah. So Como, no real recovery, but has decent defense. It's like
does it get Drain Punch?
20.
Como does get Drain Punch. It's 125 D and 105 special D.
Okay,
Metagross,
not terrible.
Metagross has 130 defense.
Really?
And 90 special defense. Yeah.
So.
And I think I want to say it also gets Drain Punch, but no, it doesn't.
Okay, so no real recovery on Metagross is the only issue it has there.
Rotom Mo's pretty...
Rotom, but same defenses as all the Rotoms.
Yeah, so it's good defenses.
Worse typing, though, in Rotom mode. That's the main problem with it. Piloswine has, with Eviolite, is actually pretty damn tanky.
Yeah, it's still... Well, it's base 80 defense, base 100 HP, so it's not... With the 60 special defense, but with the Eviolite... Makes it acceptable.
So Porygon 2 is what, 80s on both or something, and that's a nightmare to kill. So
isn't that mainly because Porygon 2 is 1995, yeah.
1995, okay, so...
And the fact that it's normal type as well, kind of really.
Yeah,
normal with recover.
More annoying.
It's like
you have to hit with a knockoff to be able to hit it with anything.
Yeah.
Well, just saying, similar with Piloswine, kind of really has to...
It's a little bit low on the special.
Yeah, well, it also gets thick fat as well, which helps its...
It is also 2 tiers below a Porygon 2, so...
it is,
for sure.
It is. It's a poor man's point.
Lacking clerical support, I think, was something... I don't think he has a single heal bell or aromatherapy on the whole team.
Primarina?
Primarina, I feel like got something... Because it's a big honk.
But,
it
doesn't get
actually.
It doesn't get heal bell.
And Vileplume, I can't remember if Vileplume did get aromatherapy or not. It's a big stinking lily, so I couldn't remember if we said.
I feel like it didn't because it's a
stinking lily.
Yeah. Well, it does.
It does. Okay.
It does. So
okay.
It may be one of the other things we were thinking that should get it, but doesn't.
So what? Vileplume gets aromatherapy.
Yes.
I wouldn't really say that's enough for clerical support.
No, he hasn't got a wish user, but well, am I right in thinking that I said something like Memento?
I want to say Lipard, probably.
Lipard, maybe. I don't know.
I can't remember. I saw he had something that could use a Z. Move for it. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, I think you might be. But yeah, so 4 times weaknesses as well. Volcarona to the Rock, Como to Fairy.
Yeah.
And that's it? Just the 2 4 times weaknesses, actually?
Yes. So Vileplume doesn't have any, Piloswine doesn't have any. Yeah.
So just those 2, not too bad. Are they covered well?
Metagross and Como, just the Rock.
Yeah.
As does
Rotom? Water is
no.
grass? Sorry.
No. Grass and rock. Grass and rock, not a thing, JP.
The rock type has been my bug type. Aalysahs. I need to brush up on my rock types.
I still don't know.
You had a rock type mono type team. Come on.
It was so long ago.
I don't know any of the types, really.
But rock type, it's quite important for stealth rocks. You should,
Yeah,
you should learn the rock type at the very least.
Bug, fire, flying, and ice. That's what you need to know.
So there's a couple things that cover the rock for Volcarona. I think for the fairy, I guess Metagross. Metagross again covers it.
But he doesn't really have a wall. He has good.
Yes, this is the problem. What we
his weaknesses are sort of covered, or pretty much covered. But his walliest thing is a Piloswine.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have. He has good bulk, but no walls.
Yeah.
And that is where he falls down, and this means he only has a 3 out of 5.
Yes.
He's pretty average. Good bulk, good recovery, stuff like that. Can boost his defense, but no real walls, and a couple of 4 times weaknesses.
We'd bump that out to a 4 straight away.
Yeah. Again, a lot of these things, like we could see it at half. It's a half point, but I think this one was more confident on.
I think this was a clear-cut 3. I think.
Yeah.
Brings us on to removal. So we have Defog on Aerodactyl and Volcarona and Rotom Mow.
Yes.
And that is it.
2 of which do not like rocks.
The Volcarona will take 50%, and the Aerodactyl will take 25% when they come into Defog. So they are not great options. So you're left with Rotom Mow, which is a fine defogger.
Mighty fine defogger.
Problem is, you have to bring your tier 4 Rotom Mow to a lot of games, which could be a bit of a.
And then why are you bringing Rotom Mow when you got your Zeraora? So you're saying you drop in your Zeraora?
Then you may as well have picked a Bellatrix.
So maybe that's something could be an issue here. Also, he has a grounded poison type. However, it is a tier 5 Vileplume. I mean, Toxic Spikes are actually fairly effective against his team as well. Only Aerodactyl, Metagross, and Rotom Mow will avoid them. Everything else gets hit, and Vileplume. So 6 of his team get hit by it, 4 are immune. So not a huge deal either way, really. I think, but not the best options for removing hazards, and as such, he's only got a 2 out of 5 for removal.
Because again, he has good ones, but they are weak to it, and so he's only really got 1 that's lower tier.
Yeah, so I mean, you have 3 gives you the option, so it's enough to get you a 2 and a grounded poison type, but it's not great. Not great. Hazard setting. Final. This is it. This is the last. This is our last
thing of debate.
So we have rocks on the Aerodactyl, rocks on the Metagross as well. I think. Maybe.
Maybe actually.
Rocks on the Piloswine for sure. Rocks on Como, Mr. Como.
He does get
rocks,
as does Metagross.
Okay, so you got 4 rockers, no spikes, no sticky webs, and no toxic spikes.
I don't believe
anything.
So you've got 4 good rockers, and do you have abilities that help you set them up?
Not. I feel like. No,
not really, but 4 good rockers is enough to
bring you up to a.
It was a 3 apparently. It was a generous 3. I think maybe.
We were like, we had the Mega Steelix, and we were like,
we got a Mega Steelix stick out.
This team is probably better at setting up rocks than a Mega Steelix.
Yes, like Aerodactyl is a great. Turn 1.
It's very fast rocker. Combo is a solid rocker. Metagross is a solid rocker.
3 out of 5. Which brings this team to a rating of 19 out of 30 overall.
That's the thing. Like, this team of it's going to sound harsh. This team was second best. So, like, it's 19 out of 30, but if we were feeling kinder, it could have definitely been like a 21 or a 21 or a 20.
Yeah, it's sort of a...
It's an ish team.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty solid team.
It is, yeah.
But not
but
solid
I
as
feel
the
like
others.
that it's only half a team, just because I'm not confident in his lower half.
And I'm not confident in his top
He's not confident in his top half. So powers combined, he hasn't got a team.
So
he's got a great
tier, right?
Or he's got a great team.
Or we're both wrong because we're shit.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's what we think. It's a bit of a mixed review on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about this team?
I can tell you, our final team, the Ealing Elekids, they received 5 S ranks, 8 A ranks, 5 C ranks, my bad, and
B.
Start again.
Start
Five,
again. Yeah.
So 5 B ranks and 1 C rank.
Okay.
Again, I feel like the C rank was rather harsh here.
He seems harsh, but I don't know who else. Probably from himself. He does like to put himself down.
Maybe. Or it was from Joe.
For the big meme.
Big memes. Everyone rated him C.
Yeah.
He was a C+ overall.
We'll never get a high rate because they always get a C. Which overall brings him to 63.1%, which is an A.
And
we completely agreed. We gave him exactly the same percent and a score of 0 difference.
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely agreed. Okay. So
we all agreed.
So
We've got
even though it's only a
19
19 out of 30, still an A ranked team. That's still like, I think if anything, it's shown that this season more evenly than ever we've drafted just good teams across.
I still gave it a B, but everyone combined, like, I don't know. Although saying that, I gave a lot of Bs out this year, mainly because last year I think we had B pluses and A minuses, which kind of helped differentiate a bit more.
Well, yeah. So we would give the A plus and the Bs and stuff, but on the survey there was D rank, which maybe might have enticed people more to give the Bs and the Cs,
give them the D,
and then have the D as the thing they don't touch. Whereas this season maybe C has been the thing that they don't touch. They don't touch that D.
He's touching the D. He's touching the D.
Not on camera.
So yeah, that is the Ealing Elekids. They have got a pretty above average offensive team, and everything else is pretty okay. As PK said, second best.
It's a team of good enough replacements.
Are you scared?
It could be a tricky team.
I don't think it's a bad team.
He's got the roles filled out. Like I envy the fact that he has good leads. I feel that is something that is woefully underdrafted. Is good leads.
Yeah,
he's going to be able to start his games well.
Yeah,
and with a lot of things like.
Yeah.
Usually for a lot of teams, so you go through, you get a good idea of what they're going to send out first. Whereas with this team, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, you can start a game on the back foot and then never really recover because he has got a fast and offensive team. Yeah. If he gets a good start, he can hit the ground running, and that might be it for you. So.
And it also forces that Azelf on one of the other teams to be choice scarfed if he wants to on the Bidus. Yeah, if he wants to have a lead war, then that's going to be able to be a choice scarf. Azelf.
Yeah, it's going to take some teams a bit of thinking.
Yeah, yeah,
some maneuvering. Yeah. So let's get up all of the teams now.
I feel like we should go through the final ratings. Yes. Which one do we want to do first? Do we want to do our rank or the league rank first?
Let's do our rank first, shall we?
Okay.
And then we'll do the league rank.
Sure.
Okay. So we think this is how the order goes. In last place, 16th, we have the Kingswood Kabutops with the Limehouse Lux Rays, both on 18.
It feels so bad.
Then on 19, we have the Barn Street Bidoofs, Ealing Elekids, and the Chippenham Town Charmeleons. It feels wrong. Our champ feels wrong. The system's all fucked. We've done it wrong.
He's got no hazards or removal, everyone.
He has a Mega Stevex.
Mega Elekids. No, that's someone else. Then we have 4 or 5 teams, all on 20 points. You've got the Kingsdown Kingdras, the Toddington Torracats, Worcester Wartortles, and the Bristol City Bewears. We've got the Wapping Wailords, the Swindon Slowbros, and there's 4 teams now.
On 21?
On 23 points, we have the Bristol Bewears, Crewkerne Croconaws, Frankfurt Frogadiers, and the Luton Town Leafeons. And our highest rated team is the Sheffield Shedinjas.
That's a team right there.
So that's our hot pick to win this season. It's the Sheffield Shedinjas. Luton Town Leafeons in second, and
but that's only because it's also because we sorted it by percentage as well, and me and the Frogadiers are on the exact same percentage, so we're essentially joint second.
So actually, it could be any of the Luton Town Leafeons, Frankfurt Frogadiers, Crewkerne Croconaws, or Bristol Bewears, taking second or third.
But I'm at the top.
Interesting, but PK's backing himself for second place this season.
The worst team yet, but boy, I'm going for another second place.
But
I think second and a fourth. I
think it's actually your best team.
I really do.
It's not a very you team, is what I think it is.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No. I think he'll play one game with it and be like, actually, I love it. But that's what we think. But
what
at the end of this,
you think?
What do you think? You have rated the Kingsdown Kingdras in 16th place. In 15th place, you have the Barn Street Bidoofs. 14th place, it's the Toddington Torracats. 13th place is the Wapping Wailords. In 12th place, it's the Kingswood Kabutops. 11th place is the Worcester Wartortles. 10th place, the Bristol Bewears. 9th place, the Swindon Slowbros. 8th place, the Ealing Elekids. 7th place, the Limehouse Luxrays. 6th place, the Bristol City Bewears. 5th place, the Crewkerne Croconaws. 4th place, Frankfurt Frogadiers. 3rd place, the Luton Town Leafeons, scoring highly in both of the ratings. Come on, PK, you got a good team, get with it. 2nd place, the Sheffield Shedinjas. And first place is the season 4 champion, Chippenham Charmeleons.
There's definitely some common things you can draw from it. So like Sheffield Shedinjas are 1 and 2. Crewkerne Croconaws are 4 and 5.
I'm 2 and 3.
Yeah, Luton Town Leafeons 2 and 3.
But the Chippenham Charmeleons are 1 and 12. And the Toddington Torracats are 14 and 10. I mean, what's up with that?
Right. That's about right.
14 and 10 is
below average.
Pretty awfully, distinctively.
Yeah, out of 16.
I look forward to
that's where you should be.
A bit.
I think there's obviously the system isn't perfect. We aren't all knowing. The survey isn't perfect
this time as well.
As always, if you think we've rated you lowly, go prove us wrong. Smash us all.
Damn, we know.
Win the league, and we'll be like, damn, we didn't know that. Metagross is the best tier 1 we've ever seen.
And then we can blame the league rank. We can be like, you guys
to a tier 2. Yeah. Ed can do no wrong.
Ed can do no wrong. Something fun to mention with the pie charts. When the votes started coming in, there were a couple of little interesting ones. The Kingsdown Kingdras, the most divisive overall. I mean, you saw from the pie chart earlier that it was actually reasonably even between all of them, all of the ranks. But when it first started coming out, I think there was like 6 or 8 votes, and they were equally split between S and C rank. Nothing in the middle. You either loved them or hate them. They were Marmite. That is the power of a full 4 times a week team.
We were hoping it was going to get to the full every result was either a C or an S. That would be it. Yeah, just. But,
also, because of the weighting of the B rank, obviously that does mean that Charmeleons did end up with the S rank. Sorry, no, it was the A plus rank, but they were pretty much mostly all S's up until later on, where they got a few more A's creeping in. Overall, really, really interesting to see how you guys have voted. And thank you very much for doing so.
Yeah, we hope you've been informed and either angered or delighted by our reviews.
If you made it through both shows and didn't just look at your team, then, well, fair play to you.
Yeah, I mean, this is like 6 to 7 hours of Aalysahs.
This is our forte, though. We do the long-form shows.
Well, thank you, Ray, for watching it all.
Ray and Sam, I think those are Sam not Gilles. Sam Olner will. Sam Gilles, hell no.
Thumbnail.
Yeah, he'll be like, the what league? He's already forgotten.
I'm not part of this before.
Sam Olner, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
He's a good lad.
Good boy. We do love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is where we're gonna leave off. Thank you very much for watching the season 5 Draft Aalysahs.
Season 5, do I have to win everything?
Yeah, can't wait. It should be getting started pretty soon. Hopefully this comes out before the matches start happening. But it's 6 to 7 hours of footage to edit, so we'll see how it goes.
Obviously, with Christmas and New Year's, we could try to keep people ticking over so the hype doesn't die. And JP's done a fantastic job on the league plays.
Thank you. I've got a few more coming out probably before this actually airs. So
and the special crossover videos are still coming. There's still another 2 episodes to come up.
Yeah, we had some fun with that.
We had a lot of fun.
It's stupid but fun. Yeah.
And hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be more crossover stuff to come in the new year. I know Ray said that he's very keen. We've just got to work out how it's going to work. Yes, he's got a new house. Everyone's settled in their abodes, I believe. So, fingers crossed, it should be a good year for Draft League.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Are we free now? Can we go? Jeez.
It's a happy
as we end every episode of All Out Pummeling.
Godspeed and good league. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Or good morning, or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this.
Yeah.
It probably spans multiple times a day. So,
Good luck for season 5.
Yeah. Good luck for season 5. I'm going to trash you all.
And
we got this, Becky.
Here's to 2020. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.